All right, Phantoms fans, it's that time. Okay, we've had the lineup for the Basingstoke Bison. So now introducing our own Peterborough Dalrod Phantoms, starting with number 2, Tom Norton. Number 8, Darius Liskauskas. Number 11, Scott Robson. Number 16, Mark Levers. Number 17, James Ferrara. Number 19, Jason Buckman. Number 24, Lloyd Gibson. Number 28, Milan Baronic. Number 29, Will Weldon. And number 30, Adam Long. In 33, Yanis Alzin. In 37, Robbie Ferrara. In 49, Martin Sisters. In 51, Cam McGiffin. In 55, Greg Pitt. In 57, Brad Moore. In 71, Edgar Begris. Wearing 88, Craig Scott. And in 93, Alesh Padlak. Ladies and gentlemen, your Peterborough Dalrod Phantoms. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding. Gentlemen, remove headwear for the national anthem.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Planet Ice Peterborough for our third broadcast of the season. Tonight, the Peterborough Phantoms take on the away team, the Basingstoke Bison, in a game that has several storylines tonight. Both teams tied for first place with 14 points. The Peterborough Phantoms coming back off a win at Manchester last night with a score of 5-2. This is the second meeting between the Phantoms and Basingstoke this season. The Phantoms won the first game 5-3 in their home opener. Basingstoke also coming in a win last night against MK, but was scored a 3-1, a big game as MK is the other team that is tied for first place. Basingstoke, a team that has gone through several changes in this offseason, the departure of their captain, Nicky Chin, the addition of a new netminder in Hedlasky, another import goaltender. So I'm joined by Bobby McEwen here. When we look at this game, Bobby, we got a lot. We got two import netminders facing off against each other. We got two teams. The winner will be in first place after tonight. We have the 2015 playoff champions versus the 2014 playoff champions. I don't think we need to build this one up anymore.
No, I don't think. I think the players will do all they have to do to win this game tonight. and I'm looking forward to a right barnstorm, and I think this will be a high-tempo game. I think it was quite physical at the beginning, and obviously 2 import goaltenders are going to be on their game tonight.
Yeah, a lot of games in the EPL this evening with all 10 teams playing, but if there's one game that anybody should be watching, it is clearly Peterborough versus Basingstoke. So as we get ready for the opening face-off, we want to welcome you once again to the broadcast, whether in the United States, Basingstoke, Peterborough, around England, around the world. Welcome to another game of ice hockey. You can let us know how we're doing by using hashtag GoPhantoms or hashtag GoBison tonight to let us know. And here we go for the starting face-off. Martin Susters, Alice Padlick, and Dennis Paskowskis for the Phantoms against Long Lack and Karpov for the Basingstoke Bison. And here we go. Game on! Puck won back by Basingstoke to the point. Point man looking around, moving across ice. Puck is moved into the neutral zone. Almost turned over there, but driven in anyway. First shot on net goes just wide of Janis Alzins, the import from Latvia. Martin Susters, the 17-year-old Phantom, takes the puck and drops it off to Tom Norton. Norton dumps it down the ice, but there was a little long, and this will be icing. So the referee has blown the whistle. It's the first stoppage. We'll take a look at the goaltenders here. For the Phantoms in net is none other than Janis Alzins, the Latvian import netminder, also winning player of the game in both playoff matchups in Coventry last year, led the Phantoms to a playoff championship. And joining under the import netminder trend, Basingstoke picked up Thomas Hedlovsky, number 53, from Slovakia. He's 26 years old, 181 centimeters and 79 kilos in weight. He's also a left-handed goalie. So here we go, face-off inside the Phantom zone. Alice Padlick pushes it through the feet of Rand, and Basingstoke has control. Thompson takes a shot, which is blocked there by Alice Padlick, another import for the Phantoms. Puck now to the left of Janis Alzins, moved up the boards. Martin Susters tries to dump the puck out, but couldn't quite do it. Tom Norton will chase. Number 63 on Basingstoke pushes it back deep behind the net. Vying for position there are 2 Phantoms and 2 Basingstoke players. Puck is behind Janis Alzins as the teams vie for positioning. Pushing there is hard. Number 13, Sean Thompson for Basingstoke. Has possession now, moves it back behind the net. Number 86, Joe Rand, the assistant captain of Basingstoke. It's hit hard there from behind, but no penalty called. Alice Padlick with a little bit of a questionable hit there, but nothing called. And then the puck is moved in front by Rand, thrown on Alzins, but it's easily saved there. Again, Basingstoke with a lot of pressure early on in this game. 18:47 remaining in the first. Phantoms versus Basingstoke in a battle for first place. Again, Martin Susters tries to move it out, couldn't quite get it, but Tom Norton is there for the save and moves it out. Quick transition there by Basingstoke. Number 16, oh, he had an open number 13, Sean Thompson, but could not get the puck on his tape. Phantoms now have the puck and will move it out. Craig Scott, the Canadian, moves it up to 71. Eddie Beveris, who shoots, but that's blocked there by number 7, Kurt Reynolds. Puck now behind the Basingstoke net, and the Phantoms will have their first chance of putting some pressure here on the Bison. Craig Scott hit heavily from behind. No calls, the referee was watching on the floor. That hit by his number 49, Ryan Watt. Again, so 2 questionable hits there early in the game, but no calls. Number 11, Scott Robson with the first shot on net, but it's easily saved by Hadlowski. So Bobby, early in the game, both teams got a lot of pressure there.
Yeah, the first couple of minutes there, Basingstoke were a lot of pressure in the Peterborough end there, really good defence. I thought they looked for a couple of cheap calls there. There was one behind the net, he went down quite easily. But I don't like to see that. I don't like that in the game. If you get hit, you get hit. You've got to take these things. But no, the tempo's looking really good here.
Absolutely. Real quick, what are your 3 keys for the game?
One, I've been saying for the last 3 weeks watching Peterborough, turnovers through the neutral zone. Obviously good goaltending and get traffic in front of the net, and hopefully you can score some goals from there.
Bobby McEwen, well-known hockey in England. Those are some great 3 points. So the puck here again. Basingstoke had control behind the Peterborough net. Mark Levers found on the shot there, and Basingstoke will get control, but we have a whistle. Looks like the net had come off. So, Bobby, just expanding on your 3 keys to the game. We have been speaking the last 2 weeks about the neutral zone transition. And hold on, we have a little bit of a scrum here in front of the net. Looked like Alan Lack got a little bit too close to Janis Alzins for the Phantoms' liking, and Mark Levers loses an edge. So, had a lot of action so far. It looks like we got a penalty. Alan Lack, the former Phantom from last season, in the box now. I'm not sure if it's a makeup call, but it looks like the Phantoms will be going on a power play here. Just 17:48 into the first period. So we will have a PDQ power play for the Peterborough Phantoms. Number 92, Alan Lack, again a former Phantom, now playing for Basingstoke in the box. 2 minutes for, I believe, interference.
Looked a bit of interference on the goaltender there. That's what I thought it looked like. So they're just trying to obviously get in the goalkeeper's head.
Well, Janis Alzins, a player that's known for his fierce competitiveness, but not a player that you would want to mess with, in my opinion. Again, in the first game last season against Basingstoke, I believe Yanis Ausens actually got a 2-game suspension for leaving his crease and chasing down a player, but he's a feisty goalkeeper, but he's a great goalkeeper. Again, leading this Phantoms team to a playoff championship last year. So here we go. Phantoms will be on the PDQ power play here. 17:48 remaining in the first. Puck one right to Tom Norton, who takes a shot on Hadlowski, who makes the save easily. So Bobby, again, before all that stuff happened there in the corner, we were talking about the Phantoms' ability to turn the puck over in the neutral zone. It's been a theme here this year in the EPL, that neutral zone turnovers. These things, a lot of turnovers, you're going to concede goals, and that's end up with odd man rushes coming back the other way. And it's something they've got to really cut down on. So Phantoms having a little bit of pressure there at the start of the face-off, but Basingstoke clears. Phantoms will look now to move down the ice. Tom Norton misses it, but Milan Baranek is there, moves it back to Norton. Norton moves it to his cross-ice partner on the power play, offenseman Darius Paskauskas, who has a huge shot from the point, makes a great backhand pass all the way across the ice to Milan Baranek, who is now looking to set up in the zone. So here we go, Baranek inside the zone of Basingstoke. Vying for position, number 97 there, Joe Greener gets the puck and throws it around, but waiting is Darius Paskauskas. Paskauskas throws it just to the right of the net, and it gets out. Phantoms have possession. Milan Baranek down to Darius Paskauskas, cross ice. Tom Norton now looking up. Norton moves the puck down deep to Mark Levers, the veteran player on the Phantoms, former Nottingham Panther star. Puck down low again. Darius Paskauskas to Tom Norton. Big one-timer there, goes just to the right of Hadlowski. Puck now down deep. Basingstoke has control. Number 7, Kurt Reynolds gets it, and he will move it out of the Basingstoke zone to give a much-needed change, to the Bison. Ausens uses his puck possessions there to move the puck out. Lloyd Gibson, former Sheffield Steel Dog, moves the puck out of the zone. Here it comes, Addis Pavlik with speed into the zone, moves down the middle, but it's thrown it away by the Basingstoke defense. Puck now in the Bison corner. Pushing for period there is Alice Pavlik, but he lost the puck and it's dumped into the Phantom zone. So Yanis Ausens out of the net. He's pushed hard here by Stuart Smog. Mogg was not there, a little bit late, and puck is moved out of the ice. Here we go. Alice Pavlik through the neutral zone, looks up, takes a shot, and then the shot betrays him, and he couldn't get a shot off there. So the puck just trickles out of the zone there, and Craig Scott, number 88, again, Canadian, moves the puck around, and the Phantoms will regroup. And 3 seconds left on the power play, and the start is stopped by Hadlowski. So 15:48 remaining in the first period. Bobby, was a pretty good kill there by Basingstoke.
That was an excellent kill by Basingstoke. They never gave Peter any chance to set up and never gave him any good time on the puck and stuff. So, no, it was a good penalty kill there.
So Phantoms will get the puck back here, 5-on-5, as the puck is dropped inside the Basingstoke zone. Out for the Phantoms, number 29, Will Weldon, 49, Martin Susters. And the young man for the Phantoms, puck is in front, Martin Susters just missed an empty net. Looking for his first goal on the year. Puck is thrown back in front there. Hadlowski covers it, and we are going to exchange pleasantries in front of the net. Will Weldon, the feisty forward, trying to show everybody. So the other player out there on the ice is Brad Moore for the Phantoms, two-way player with the Peterborough Islanders, the ENL team. So Phantoms putting a little pressure on Bobby, but they can't quite get it past Hadlowski yet.
Well, no, that was a great opportunity there for young Schuster. When you see him there, he had more time than he thought he had. He just pulled the trigger a bit. Tad early there, and he was just leave it to his bump.
So another face-off inside the Basingstoke zone is won there by the Bison, but turned over. Martin Schuster shoots from way outside of the crease area. It's saved by Hadlowski. So what we're learning here early is Hadlowski, the import netminder, clearly standing up to his points. Bobby, when you're playing ice hockey, we always talk about how you have to get kind of inside the house, the middle zone. Phantom's opting to shoot from the outside there. It's a good tactic.
Well, you've got to keep him thinking. If he thinks you're going to be shooting from certain areas all the time, then obviously he's going to get into his game quite quick. But then obviously, you want to be in the house when you're shooting goals for goals. But yeah, try the odd shot from an angle, you never know. The one thing is good, you don't shoot, you don't score.
It's absolutely true. You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. So puck dumped into the Phantom zone, and Ausens will freeze the puck. So looking back again at these two teams, a lot of history here. Phantoms winning the playoff championship last year in Coventry, having defeated the Manchester Phoenix by a score of 5-2 in the final. And the year before, a game which I was at, Nicky Chin had led the Basingstoke Bison to the 2014 playoff championship. And as we said before the game, both teams on 14 points right now, same games played, and their stats are extremely similar. So make no mistake, these two teams match up quite well and the winner of this game will be in first place alone after tonight. So a big hit there right from the start of the face-off inside the Phantom zone, but the puck is moved out. Lloyd Gibson pressures, but the puck is put back in. Yanis Alzens, a little bit of a tongue twister there, moves it behind his own net. So again, Basingstoke clearly trying to put the physical presence onto the Phantoms, hoping it will deter them. We're going to have to see how that plays out. Puck dumped into the Basingstoke zone. Chasing it is Darius Plaskowskis. On it now, Lloyd Gibson. Lloyd Gibson with control, moves it to Plaskowskis. Alice Padlick. Padlick pushing hard behind the net. Moves it in front, but Gibson just missed the net there. Putting it back deep is Robbie Ferrara, younger brother to the captain of the Phantoms, James Ferrara. Basingstoke have possession and will move out of the zone. Number 97, Joe Greener looks up, dumps it deep, cross ice into the Phantom zone. Chase there is Mogg. Mogg pressures hard on Robbie Ferrara. Ferrara dishes it off to Scott Robson beautifully and is trying to move it out, and it is there by big Eddie Bebris, who now moves the puck into the neutral zone. Puck is stopped at the Basingstoke blue line, and the Bison will come back. Regroup here for the Phantoms. Cam McGiffin, the 19-year-old defenseman from Hull, moves the puck up. From Swindon. Driving into the Phantom zone right now is Connolly. Connolly tries to get a little bit of dump there, but it will hit the netting in the Phantom zone. We'll get a face-off. 13:57 remaining in the first period. Bobby, you can see that the engines for both teams are starting to rumble.
Oh yeah, you can see this game's flying away with 13:57 to go in the game, in this period. And the time's just flying by. It's the tempo of the game. Not a lot of stoppages. Everyone's going good. Yeah, I like to see what we're seeing.
Yeah, so maybe both teams trying to fill each other out. As we said, they haven't seen each other since the first week of the season. A big shot there by number 18. Ventroba was deflected away there, saved by Yanis Alzens, but he was screened. So close chance there for Basingstoke. Puck now inside the Bison zone. Bison moving it out, pushes the puck past. Jason Buckman there is number 18, Ventroba. Cross ice pass to 63, but couldn't quite get his stick on it. And Yanis pushes the puck behind the net for an easy save. Whoa! Yeah, Martin Schuster's with his head down there, almost got hit, but able to get out of the way there. So puck deep inside the Phantom zone. 13:24 in the first period. Looking to center it there to number 86, Joe Rand, but he couldn't get it by Alzens. And Basingstoke with extreme pressure in front of the Phantom zone. And again, we spoke, Bobby, that the goals are going to probably come on these goaltenders from right in front on second chance opportunities. You have to drive to the net to get goals here.
Oh, definitely, and that's what we've been saying. But just there, that's the third time so far this period. The inexperience in young Schusters is coming out there. He's not clearing that zone there in the blue line there. He's had 3 good opportunities early in the game to clear the zone, and he's not put enough strong enough hit on the puck to get it out. But that's where the youngster's going to learn.
So, almost halfway through the first period, both teams trading chances, but nothing yet. That was Darius Plaskowskis with a big shot on Hadlovsky, but it was pushed away, the rebound clear out of the zone. And now Yanis Alzens showing his puck handling skills by dumping it in. Plaskowskis is there, he cuts back to the middle, can't quite get his stick on it. Again, we're seeing there the puck presence of Yanis Alzens, who is known to come out of his net and make opportunities, had several assists last year for the Phantoms. So, Alan Lack, the Bison, will move into the Phantom zone and try and push it. Alzens is there to move the puck around. Behind the net, Tom Norton, Alice Padlick moving in front. Darius Plaskowskis now with the puck moving through the neutral zone. 1-on-3, he will dump and go for a change. So, coming on the ice now for the Phantoms, a lot of Scott Weldon and Eddie Bebris. Bebris goes behind his own net. Well, Alzens comes out again to move the puck through the neutral zone. You know, one day Alzens might be able to score a goal the way he moves that puck. So, puck on the Basingstoke blue line, now moved out and caught up there by Scott Robson. We have a 1-on-1. Joe Greener, almost a 2-on-0 situation. But the luck there, Cam McGiffin, who stood up, let the Phantoms get the puck back. So now puck in on Hadlovsky, a shot there by Eddie Bebris, and the net pops off. And we will have another stoppage of play. 12:05 in the first period. Score is 0-0. I want to welcome you once again to this broadcast. Basingstoke fans, Peterborough fans, and around the world. Let us know how we're doing. Use hashtag GoPhantoms or hashtag GoBison. We'll be looking at both. Even if this is a Peterborough-centric broadcast, we want to know what you're thinking. And here we go. Face off inside the Basingstoke zone to the right of Hadlovsky. Mark Levers wins it easily back to Greg Pick, who shoots, and it was deflected just wide of Hadlovsky. It plays like that, Bobby, so close they can just go right in the net if you're not careful.
We were saying any shot on the net can go in the back. You know, it's a slight tip and redirect. Goalkeeper goes one way, the puck goes the other. It's in the back of the net.
So Milan Baranek dumps the puck deep into the Bison zone. There's James Ferrara, captain of the Phantoms, moving the puck out to the center. It's turned over. Coming into the zone now are the Bison. Number 89 takes a shot. That was Syrian Long, just wide of Alzens. Accuracy so important in a game in which the netminders stand on their head. Trying to get the puck out of the zone as the Phantoms. Milan Baronic, James Ferrara, Mark Levers on the ice. 11:22 remaining in the first period. Basingstoke has control. A D-to-D pass. Basingstoke looking for an option, and they will opt to change right now and get some fresh legs on the ice, as will the Phantoms. Coming on the ice for the Phantoms, Alice Padlick. Defenseman changing, Tom Norton. Puck moved through into the neutral zone, tipped in to the Phantom zone. Norton will be the first to get there and is not chased by any Bison players. Puck turned over there, the point in front, 86! Number 86, Joe Rand with a big chance there on Yanis Alzins, but it is turned away and the Phantoms come the other way. Darius Paskowski's coming in, puck left in the neutral zone, turned over. Thompson is there, facing off against Norton. Still facing off, and it's moved back safely into the zone. Bard will pass cross ice to the other Basingstoke defenseman. Back over to Bard. Bard will look up the ice, try and find an outlet. It's chipped there by Thompson, right into Martin Susters, who tried to move it up, but couldn't get it in. A dump in, and again, both teams will change. 10:30 left in the first period, approaching the halfway point. Tom Norton behind his own net will allow his Peterborough players to come back on the ice, and we'll restart here. A little bit of an action-packed game here to start in Peterborough tonight. EPL Ice Hockey action. Rob Ferrara, big hit right at the red line, but to dump it in, he sacrificed his body, and the Phantoms have possession. And now we have another call here. Number 7, Kurt Reynolds will get a penalty here. Again, the hit behind the net on Craig Scott. Bobby, I didn't quite see it. Was it hitting from behind or boarding?
I looked about both, to be honest, but from here, it's just the game so frantic and stuff behind the net. You're having to look everywhere to see where these hits and checks are coming from. So it's a case of keeping your head up if you're on the ice tonight.
So Reynolds will go to the box. So again, Basingstoke playing a very physical game, but I think it might have got a little bit of the best of them there, as it will send the Phantoms back on the PDQ power play. So coming out for the Phantoms, James Ferrara, Mark Levers, Milan Baronic, Darius Paskowskis, the offenseman, will be on the point with a big shot similar to what Ovechkin does, both the same number 8 in the NHL, and Tom Norton. So Phantoms, 10:10 left here in the first period, have a 2-minute PDQ power play. Let's see what they do. Milan Baronic to Tom Norton. Norton to James Ferrara. James Ferrara looking up, dumps it deep to Milan Baronic in the corner. Baronic looking for an option, patiently behind the net. Behind the net, moves it around, moves it to the point. Tom Norton is there. Tom Norton across the ice to James Ferrara. Ferrara shoots. It is saved there in front by Hadlovsky. Phantoms trying to get position. Milan Baronic has it again. Basingstoke in the box formation. Number 2, Tom Norton with a shot, but it is right into the Basingstoke Bison logo of Hadlovsky, and it looks like the ref has made another call here. It looks like the ref has made another call here on the Basingstoke Bison. And Bobby, I don't agree with this call.
I don't know. I don't think he's given a penalty, to be honest, but I don't know why he stopped. He blew the whistle. So it's a quite unusual call. What he's blowing the whistle for.
I was gonna say I'm a big person who likes to see the teams play the game.
Yep.
I don't like to see the refs get too involved, but I think you're right. He's just allowing the Basingstoke player to explain what's happening here. So 1:30 remaining on the Peterborough Phantoms PDQ power play. 9:39 left in the first period, and we'll restart here and see what happens. So again, no penalty on the play. Phantoms still up 5-4, taking their time. Basingstoke playing a pretty good penalty kill tonight. But again, if he gets shots on Hadlovsky, he got to be screened or nothing's going to happen, most likely. Puck moved deep into the Bison zone. There's Lloyd Gibson, who rides off a check there, gives the puck back to Alice Padlick. Padlick coming around the top of the key, dumps it off to 71, Eddie Bebris. Craig Scott humming around the top of the Basingstoke zone, looking for a pass. He's open now. With the puck now is Bebris. Bebris down deep, drives to the net. No pass made. Gibson comes out of the zone, looks around, puts it back to Bebris. Phantom's starting to cycle here, starting to get a little bit of a rhythm. Cross ice, Craig Scott throws it to the net, but it's thrown it away there by a defenseman. A very good play. Basingstoke will change. Yanis Alzins out of his net. 51 seconds remaining in the power play. Just under 9 minutes here in the first period. Eddie Bebris looks up, moves the puck to Craig Scott. Craig Scott through the neutral zone, dumps it in. Chasing it is James Ferrara. He's brought down there quickly by Joe Bard. Puck is in there, and thrown to the front there by Darius Paskowskis. A little bit of a flopper on net, but again, Bobby, what I'm seeing here is the Phantoms are getting some good offensive opportunities, but Bard is not screened. He's seeing everything coming at him.
I've been counting the shots in this penalty kill here, and they've only had 4 shots, and there's only 36 seconds to go here. And 2 of these shots, there's been nobody in front. There's no point in throwing it in front of the net if there's nobody in front. The goalkeeper of Hadlovsky's caliber is going to save it all day long.
So Phantoms who have benefited from having an import netminder for a season, learning the hard way that it's tough to score on these guys when they're able to see the puck. So 32 seconds remaining in the power play. Yanis Alzens makes a long dump again down to Mark Levers, who moves it up. Puck is pushed out of the zone there by Basingstoke. We have a delayed offsides. So Basingstoke will regroup. 20 seconds remaining on the Phantoms power play, and they will just dump it deep into the Phantom zone and mill for a change. Alzen moves the puck up to Tom Norton, who's waiting on the wing. Norton with a dangerous pass there, almost picked off by Lack, but the Phantoms will move in. In the zone now is James Ferrara, captain of the Phantoms. Number 16, Mark Levers, with a big shot deflected in front, but Hatlovsky stands tall. Another tremendous save there by the Basingstoke Bison netminder. So, 3 seconds remaining on the power play for the Peterborough Phantoms. 8:12 left in the period. And Bobby, it sure looks like Basingstoke killed off another penalty there.
Well, still 3 seconds to go, you don't know.
Maybe I'm trying to charm the hockey gods there a little bit, but Phantoms need to watch here, because coming out of the box in 3 seconds will be number 7, Reynolds, for the Basingstoke Bison. Phantoms have given up a couple goals here this season by not watching that. So Bison are back to full strength. Pitchley will come on the ice for Reynolds, and here we go. Back to 5-on-5 hockey, 8 minutes remaining here in the first period in Peterborough. We're happy to have you. EPL ice hockey action. Thomas Karpov drives into the neutral zone. Tipped there by number 18, Jason Buckman, and both teams vying for position now. Basingstoke gets the puck back. They're inside their own zone. Moves it through the neutral zone. Karpov is there, chased down by Greg Pick, and it's tipped in front there by number 51, JJ Pitchley. But it went to the right of Alzens, and no shot on net will be recorded. So Phantoms coming into the neutral zone there, picked up by number 18, Miroslav Ventroba. And it looks like it's going to go into the Phantom zone. There it is, picked up by Pitchley. 51, dumps it to 44, shot on Yanis Alzen. And as we've been saying the entire power play, Yanis Alzen, who can clearly see the puck in front, makes the save. So Ryan Watt clearly shaking it up in front of the Phantom zone. Again, Bobby, do you think that Basingstoke's just in the game, or do you think they're trying to get to the Phantoms a little bit here?
Well, they're in the game, don't even think they're not for a second here. They're playing quite well, but obviously they're going to try and rattle the Phantoms. They seem to have the bigger, more physical side, and they think they're going to use that to their advantage. But they've got to watch, they've got to stay at the penalty box. If you stay in that penalty box most of the game, you'll end up getting scored on, and that's a certainty.
Yep, so we have some penalties called here. In the box right now is Greg Pick, number 55 on the Phantoms. I also heard that Will Weldon, number 29 of the Phantoms, if you could hear the referee shouting through our microphone there, also getting a penalty. So I'm waiting to see if Basingstoke's going to have any of the box. They do. Number 51, Pitchley, will be in the box. So we have several calls here on the ice right now for the Phantoms. Number 16, Mark Levers, the assistant captain, is talking to the referee to find the calls. Referee shouting at the Basingstoke bench about the penalties. So in the box for the Phantoms, again, 29, Will Weldon, number 55, Greg Pick, and for the Basingstoke Bison, number 51, JJ Pitchley. So looks like that the Basingstoke Bison now have a 2-minute power play. 7:25 left in the first game. They do. Basingstoke now on the power play, face off inside the Phantom zone. Ryan Watt moves the puck. It's Watt in front. Shot on Alzens, but he makes an easy save there and covers it up. So, Bobby, we're going to see the role reversal here. Call made on the Phantoms, and we're going to have 5-on-4 to Basingstoke for the next 1 minute 51 seconds.
Yeah, quite agree. I'm going to see what they've got and see how they're going to set up. Let's see what they do different to Peterborough. But silly call there by number 29 Weldon for Peterborough. Pitchley gets called for the penalty, and then he's went and get involved for something he didn't have to get involved in. Now he's put his team short-handed here.
Well, Weldon trying to defend his players, but the referee clearly trying to get control of this before it gets out of hand. So face-off is won by Basingstoke and controlled in the Phantom zone. Puck is now at the point. Oh, turnover there by Basingstoke, fighting for it. We have another call here. Alice Padlick fighting for the puck. It was turned over on the blue line. Alice Padlick, who was fighting for the puck, clearly tripped there, or interfered with, by number, I'm trying to see his number, Nasirian Long, number 89 on the Basingstoke Bison. So he's in the box. So just like that, Bobby, Basingstoke's power play disappears. We're going to have 4-on-4 hockey here for 1:29.
And that's again what we're just saying, discipline by players on the ice. You've got to play smart. You get that power play opportunity, you've got to stay smart.
It's a tough play there, Bobby. So what happened, as we saw, Alice Padlick tip the puck. He was probably going to be on a breakaway. So it's one of those calls where you have to take it or you don't. The advantage would have been in the Phantoms there.
Well, he's on the far blue line, so you've got a long way to go to the net. So if you've got the speed, you know you should be able to escape with the guy. He's struggling to get up the boards. You don't need to trip him.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree with you. So 4-on-4 hockey here. Somewhat of an old overtime. For those of you who don't know, the EPL going to 3-on-3 overtime this year. So a little bit of vintage overtime hockey here for a few minutes. So inside of the Phantom zone, picking it up is Scott Robson, the 20-year-old from Hull. Moves the puck out by himself, speed, all the way to the red line into the Basingstoke zone before dumping it, and chases his own dump in. Hit hard there by number 7, Kurt Reynolds, in the corner. Coming in to help out, number 51, Cam McGiffin, the Phantoms defenseman, both getting involved on this play. Puck is dumped into the neutral zone. McGiffin is there, pushes it back. Picked up by Craig Scott. Craig Scott coming across the blue line. Has the puck on his stick. Throws it to the net, picked up there by Hedlovsky. Easily saved. 6:08 in the first period. 44 seconds remaining on the penalty to pick before the Phantoms would go on the power play for just a short amount of time. 1:15 on the penalty to Basingstoke. So, Bobby, if I had to pick a storyline thus far with 6 minutes left in the first period, it's really the goaltenders playing well.
That's what we said from day one, from the start of the game here. We knew the goaltenders were going to be the key parts of this game. As we said, you let these see, you've seen some of the saves these guys, they make it look so easy. They're in the right position, and it's because they played at a higher level and they know what they're doing. So, and you better have a good shot on them if you're going to score past them.
Now, well, one thing's for certain, when you get these two guys in net, you're probably not going to have a high-scoring game. But here we go. Number 3 on Basingstoke has the puck. He is looking up the ice. He throws it. Hit off the bum there of number 44, Thomas Karpov, right over to the Phantoms. Robbie Ferrara moves the puck. It's popped up. And fighting for position are all the players. Bison pick it up. Bison over the red line. Coming in over the blue line. Looking on net, number 44, Thomas Karpov shoots it. It is thwarted away there. Still having possession here is Basingstoke, but it's turned over in the corner. Phantoms now on the power play, a PDQ power play for 28 seconds as they come back to full strength. Greg Pick right back onto the bench here. On the ice for the Phantoms right now, Tom Norton, Milan Barada, James Ferrara, Lloyd Gibson, and Robbie Ferrara changing now for Scott Robson. So a little bit of a trip up there by the Basingstoke blue line. Puck is thrown out, is picked up and put back in the zones. There's a delay offside call for the Phantoms. They will regroup. So 4:56 remaining in the first, and the Phantoms are now 5-on-5 hockey with Basingstoke as long for the Basingstoke Bison comes back on the ice. So back to 5-on-5, no harm done, 4:45 left in the first. Puck thrown on the net there, thrown away by Hadlovsky. Puck behind the Basingstoke net. There's Alice Padlock forward picking up steam, throws it in front, and it's tipped there off a skate and saved by Hadlovsky before the whistle was blown. Looks like the net came off, I believe, in front of that. It's Scott Robson, the defenseman. So Phantoms defenseman getting involved in the rush there.
Yep. Oh, Scott's got the offensive skills. He can play up that way. He's a good, smart kid with the puck and do good things. But no, I think it's going to take something like that. We scramble in front of the net, and I think that's where we'll get the first goal. I think that's where the first goal will come from either way.
Scott Robson, the 20-year-old from Hull. Bobby, you know him well. Been playing hockey for his whole life so far. Not that much of a life, but 20 years, that's not bad. Here we go. Puck here, fought for by Craig Scott and Greg Pick, but it's moved into the Phantom zone. Coming in, number 13, Thompson, a big shot on Alzens, but it's pushed away again outside of that middle area we always say is so important. Mark Levers now in the Phantom zone to the left of Alzens, has the puck, moves it to Craig Scott. Scott through the neutral zone, dumps it off to Eddie Bebris. Scott gets the puck back, moves in. 2 players on Basingstoke on top of him, he couldn't get by him. Coming in the zone, shot there by number 63 with a nice roundhouse save by Alzens, making that one look pretty.
That was for the TV cameras, that one.
Yeah, hopefully we got a replay of that one. You know, when a goaltender has to do that, it's a very beautiful move. Butterfly goaltending is an elegant art. So let us know how we're doing. Want to welcome you guys to the broadcast. If you just tuned in, 4 minutes left in the first period. Score is 0-0. You can get to us tonight by using hashtag GoPhantoms, hashtag GoBison. Either or will work. Let us know who you're rooting for. Let us know how it's going tonight. Coming into the Bison zone, James Ferrara throws it softly in front of the net, but no one's there to get it. Coming out of the zone now, number 49, Ryan Watt has the puck, but it's pushed up, and picking it up is Peterborough. Tom Norton with the puck behind the Phantom zone will look to set up. Phantoms now situating themselves. Norton comes out from behind the net, looks up for an open pass. Ooh, moves it to James Ferrara, who was not looking. That could have been a major hit had someone wanted it to. Basingstoke picks up the puck. Number 44, Thomas Karpov, puts it up to Ryan Watt. Puck moves deep into the Phantom zone. 3:20 left in the first period. Here we go, vying for position, pushing it hard as Basingstoke behind the net. Phantoms get it. Milan Barada throws it out, but it's taken and kicked back in the zone by a Bison player. Now Robbie Ferrara, the 25-year-old defenseman for the Phantoms, moves the puck into the Basingstoke zone. So dump deep there by number 93, Alice Padlick. Puck is coming up to the blue line. Baronic pushes it back in before Basingstoke reclaims control. Basingstoke long, cross-ice pass there at 89. Syria Long comes in, tries to get a shot, but it's tipped there by Scott Robson. Robson now takes it out of the zone. Darius Plaskauskas, the Phantoms' big import, comes over the line. Almost got his hand out. It's given to Alice Padlick. Alice Padlick dumps it behind the net. Danger from both teams here late in the first, 2:41 remaining. Padlick has the puck to the left of Hadlowski. Moves around the top of the key, but it's taken there by Basingstoke. Basingstoke driving in on a 2-on-2 situation. Shooting the puck there, goes wide of the net. Allison's got his stick on it and pushes it wide. Now it's coming out. Chasing it is Darius Plaskauskas, but getting to it first is number 15, Joe Bard, the D and assistant captain on the Basingstoke Bison. Puck through the neutral zone, picked up there by Scott Robson of the Phantoms. Phantoms move deep. Back and forth play in the neutral zone. Got a little bit of a seesaw going here. 2 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the first period. Puck is put into the Phantom zone. There to get it is Greg Pick from Nottingham. Nottingham, Greg Pick moves it, but it's turned over there at the blue line. Number 97 moves in, shoots it way over the head of Allison's into the crowd. Man gets a lucky souvenir there. Bobby, why don't you dissect the last 4 or 5 minutes of play that we just saw there?
Well, it's end-to-end hockey, and it's good to see the fans will be enjoying this one tonight. Well, the tension will build here because the players are 0-0. The players are going to build up. Both teams will come out probably next period, try to do the same things. And as we've said, it's going to be, I think it'll be an ugly goal, but Scott gets the first one here. I think it will be.
As we said, these teams so evenly matched, both in the standings and points, but also goals for and goals against. It's tougher to find two top teams like this right now. Tied with them is the MK Lightning with 14 points, but they've played 2 more games. Puck thrown in front there by the Bison player, moved out by the Phantoms. Throwing it is Craig Scott's got his stick on it. He comes across, cuts to the middle, dumps it to number 71, Eddie Bebris, but the puck goes just wide of the net. Picked up there by Mark Levers. Dumped deep into the Basingstoke zone. Eddie Bebris with the puck, looks up, tries to find a man, cuts across, shoots it! Oh, it just tipped wide of the net. Phantoms with some clear pressure here. But Hadlowski standing tall, keeping the Phantoms from getting that 1-0 lead. 1:18 remaining in the first period. Basingstoke getting control here. They're going to go for a change, a much-needed change, after some heavy pressure there by the Peterborough Phantoms. Mark Levers moves the puck into the zone. It's chased by Craig Scott. Turned over there on the boards. It's moved out by Basingstoke, but getting possession again are the Phantoms. Norton, a long pass, chips into the zone by Craig Scott. So just under a minute here in the first period. Phantoms will go for a change to get fresh legs on the ice while the puck is fought for in the Basingstoke corner to the right of Hadlowski. There is number 7, Kurt Reynolds with the puck. He looks to move it out. Pressured hard there is Mark Levers. It's turned over and moved behind the net. Thrown there, a backhand. Nifty move there by Milan Barak, the Phantoms import from the Czech Republic. But again, Hadlowski, excellent position, stops the puck. So 38 seconds here. Face-off will be inside the Basingstoke zone. Bobby, what do you do here?
Well, obviously 38 seconds to go in the game. You're just trying to get traffic in front of the net, get anything thrown on the net. Be smart. Don't lose the puck. Keep possession. Don't concede a goal. That's the last thing you want to do at this stage of the period. So, but if you're obviously they're trying to score a goal here.
So face-off won there by Basingstoke. Number 18, Miroslav Antroba, moves the puck cross-ice into the Phantom zone. Wanted to get it was Ryan Watt, but he couldn't quite get his stick on it. Darius Plaskauskas will put it back into the Phantoms' corner. Pushing hard, Captain James Ferrara, a longtime captain of the Phantoms, lifting the trophy for them in the playoffs last year, moves it out. Puck comes across the ice, chasing it down. Scott Robson, number 11 on the Phantoms, looks up, gets it up to Alice Padlick. Padlick looking up the ice, skates it out himself, moves it past the red line and past the Basingstoke blue line, deep in the zone, cuts in front before popping a tire and falling down, and picking it up is number 44, Thomas Karpov. And with that, the clock hits 0. Bobby, real quick, first period analyst.
Been a fantastic play of hockey here to watch. Really enjoyed this today, and I think everybody in the building's enjoying it. But hopefully we'll see more of the same.
Yeah, so we want to thank you again for joining us here on this broadcast. If you want your friends to watch, let them know. You can let us know how we're doing. Hit hashtag GoPhantoms on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever social media channel you like, or hashtag GoBison. After the first period, score is 0-0. 2 great teams, 2 great matchups. We'll see you after the first intermission.
morning. Today, Corey took delivery of his brand new Indian motorcycle. It was delivered by us, SOS, International Motorcycle Delivery. And I hope he's pleased with his purchase and his delivery. SOS, official sponsors of Peterborough Phantoms.
And please welcome our own Peterborough Phantoms back onto the ice.
Welcome back, everybody. Second period action here at Planet Ice in Peterborough. I am joined by Bobby McEwen for the second period here. It's exciting. It's a great game, 0-0 at the end of one. We saw both teams trade chances. If you're in America, Bobby's got the accent. If you're in Europe or England, I have the accent. Either way, we hope you're enjoying our voices here.
We're trying our best.
We're trying our best, absolutely. I'm not going to do my Scottish accent. I'm not going to try, but I'd love to hear your American accent, Bobby, one day, maybe.
I don't really know.
All right, here we go, ready to drop the puck here on the second period. Coming on the ice now, taking the face-off, Mark Levers. He's joined by his wingmates, Darius Paskowskis and Lloyd Gibson. On D, Tom Norton and James Ferrara for the Basingstoke Bison. Greener, Karpov on D. Puck is won there by Peterborough. It's shot into the linesman, Richard Fraley, all Peterborough native, and put into the zone. Here come the Phantoms hard, start the period. Karpov takes the puck away from Darius Paskowskis, and it's moved over the red line. Red line into the Phantom zone. Karpov has possession, but he's pushed off there by Norton before getting the puck back. Puck to the left of Yanis Alzins. Basingstoke loses the puck in the corner. Lots of pressure here from Basingstoke, and a shot from the point. I believe that was number 18, Miroslav Vantroba. So right off the start, Bobby, Basingstoke with a little bit of a jump there.
Well, this is what we said. I think it'll be a continuation. Both coaches will have just been telling the two teams, let's just get out here, let's keep going, keep doing what we're doing, and good things will happen.
Absolutely. So want to thank you all for tuning in to watch this game today between Peterborough and Basingstoke. A battle for first place, if you will. Use hashtag GoPhantoms, hashtag GoBison. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know what you love about hockey. Really, you can say whatever you want on social media today. So face-off is one back there to the blue line. Taking a big shot there is number 63, Connolly, with the face mask on. Thompson behind the net for Basingstoke moves the puck. Phantoms now pressing a little bit harder behind the net. Physicality picking up here. With the puck is Basingstoke. The Bison come around the top of the Phantom zone. Dump back in deep. Number 63, Aaron Connolly, the captain of these Bison, with the puck. Now it's 2-on-2 in the corner. McGiffin and Robson take on two Bison players, and here comes Eddie Bebris, now 3-on-2 in the corner. Looks a little bit more like a WWE wrestling match there, Bobby, when the ref finally blows the whistle.
They just get tagged in there.
So hockey's many things. It's fast, it's powerful, but sometimes the game does slow up just enough for us to enjoy what we just saw. So both teams get a change now coming on the ice. One of the Phantoms' top lines in Milan Baranek, Mark Levers, and for D, number 55, Greg Pick and Jason Buckman. One there to Ryan Watt. The puck is shot on net. Alzen's tried to grab that, but it popped back out into the slot, but the Phantoms recovered it. Number 19, Buckman, misses the puck there and chips over his stick. Brought back to number 19 on Basingstoke. Thrown in front there by 44, Thomas Karpov. The puck just goes wide of Alzen's, and we have a delayed call here as Karpov ran into Yanis Alzen's. So, whistle is finally blown. Bobby, Basingstoke will get 2 minutes for goaltender interference.
Oh yeah, young lad here, 92 from Basingstoke, just bumped into the goaltender, going through the crease. And that's just inexperience. That's what we said. It's going to kill you in these games if you're taking too many penalties. And the penalties are starting to rack up now.
Yeah, so we said the goaltender's the star of the game no matter what's happening. So in the box now for the Basingstoke Bison, number 92, Alan Lack. As we said in the first period, Alan Lack, a former Phantom, found a place here on the Basingstoke Bison this offseason after having to leave the Phantoms last season due to work obligations, something that does happen here. So for those of you joining us that don't know, most of the players on these teams are from England or the UK, with 4 import players from around the world. So Phantoms on a PDQ power play here early in the second period. Moving to the top as Gibson throws the puck in front, but it's deflected wide of the net by Pavlovsky. Number 88, Craig Scott, rubbed off the puck there by number 97, Joe Greener, and is dumped into the Phantom zone. There is Gibson dumping it back into the zone. Pavlovsky throws it around, just like Yanis Alzen does when he has the puck. It's picked up there, Bo, by Peterborough. Peterborough now controlling deep, trying to get some space so they can set up, and here we go. Darius Paskowska shoots the puck just to the left of Adlovsky. It's picked up there by Craig Scott, brought to Eddie Bebris. One-timer! There's an open man in front, but it was taken away there. Paskowska shoots it hard on net, but that's deflected away by a Bison player. Back to the top, Scott shoots, and a big save by Adlovsky. Another shot! Phantoms coming on harder. Alice Padlick, another big save by Adlovsky. So 1:03 left in the power play. Phantoms with some tremendous pressure. Here we go, Eddie Bebris with the puck, passes it behind the net to Alice Padlick. Padlick to Bebris. Bebris looks up, moves it to Scott. Scott back down deep, picked up by Padlick, jumps over his stick. Number 3 on Basingstoke tries to get his stick on it, but can't. Pushed out to the point, met there by Craig Scott. Craig Scott has control, throws it back to Alice Padlick. 40 seconds remaining on the power play for the Phantoms. Puck moved to Lloyd Gibson, then across to Darius Paskowskis, who dumps it, but it's tipped away. And here we go, number 97, Joe Greener gets a one-on-one with Paskowskis. Paskowskis with a big hit on Greener, puts him down to the ice, and we will remain even here on the scorecard. 20 seconds remaining, on the power play. A lot of action here, folks. Second period picking up. Here comes Milan Baranek driving through the neutral zone, dishes it off to James Ferrara. Ferrara goes deep into the Basin zone. Ferrara now in the corner. Looks up, gives it to Robson. Robson throws it on net, and it's tipped just wide of Hadlovsky. So 1 second left, now it's even. The Bison have killed off a very dangerous Peterborough Phantoms power play, something we did not see in the first. So 5-on-5 hockey here, 16:27 left in the first period. Puck is inside the Phantom zone. Vying for position is Levers and Norton against number 13, Sean Thompson, and 92, Alan Lack, fresh on the ice from killing the penalty. Coming now, Scott Robson, the defenseman, dumps it in. We have a whistle. Looks like 2 players are strung up. I believe Tom Norton's stick looks like it got caught up there in Alan Lack's equipment. No harm, no foul. And with 16:11 left in the first period, Bobby, I'm almost out of breath. I think I had to do more calling there than I did the entire first period.
No, it's that's the way the game's been going. It's getting built up here. It's getting quite exciting here. A lot of chances there for Peterborough on the power play. And again, I keep saying these two goalkeepers are going to be the key to this game tonight. And it'll be good to see. But no, it's building up and it's building up. Keep long, mate, continue.
So here we go. We did get calls on that. They're going to be coincidental. Number 2, Tom Norton, and number 92, Alan Lack. So Lack back to the box again, looking very frustrated. And number 2, Tom Norton, now in the box again. I don't know what the calls were. Probably some sort of interference, but we're going to have 4-on-4 hockey. So 2 different calls. So 4-on-4 hockey here. 16:09 in the second period. Phantoms have control inside the Bison zone. Mark Levers is tipped away there, chasing it hard. Number 49, Ryan Watt, but Alzens comes out of the net and pushes it back into the neutral zone. Big hit there. Number 44, Thomas Carpop comes in, moves it, tipped in front there by Mark Levers. A clear chance for the Bison. And here come the Phantoms the other way. James Farrar joined by Mark Levers. Farrar to Levers. Levers cuts out wide, throws it deep inside the Bison zone. Puck comes out to the neutral zone. We'll get a little bit of a breather. Robbie Farrar, brother to James Farrar, makes the pass to James Farrar, who jumps it deep into the Bison zone. 15:30 remaining here in the second period. Score is 0-0. Both teams picking it up here in the second period, opening the game up quite a bit. We got some exciting hockey here. Puck is dumped in there on Yanis Alzens, who gets a nice refreshing spray from Joe Greener. Bobby, you tell me, does ice feel good in your face like that?
Oh, especially the tempo of this game will cool him down a bit.
That's a very good point. Maybe Alzens like that a little bit there. So 15:20 left in the first period. 1:10 on the penalties. 4-on-4 hockey here in Peterborough. Again, if you're just joining us, both teams tied for first place. Many implications on this game. Both teams with important netminders. Both teams former playoff championships, and both teams very good at this game that we love so much, called ice hockey. So face off to the left of Yanis Alzens. Puck is dropped and the Bison win. Puck is moved to the point and dumped in. We have some players dumped at the blue line there. An actual return as Scott Robson tries to get position, and he is hit there, and a penalty will be called immediately on the Bison. So the Bison player, I can't see what number it is, he's saying that it was a clean hit, he used his shoulder. But unfortunately what happened there is his shoulder hit the Phantom player in the head, Scott Robson. So it is number 97, Joe Greener, will join Alan Lack in the box. And the Phantoms will have a 4-on-3 PDQ power play here for 58 seconds. So Bobby, again, in a normal situation, a good check there by Greener, but when you hit a player in the head, it's an automatic penalty.
Well, obviously, in the game nowadays, you can't, any checks to the head are getting really hammered on, so, and by rightly, because at the end of the day, these guys have got to go to work in the morning.
Yeah. So face off here now in the Bison zone. It's moved all the way down after the Basingstoke Bison penalties. So here we go, Phantoms on a 4-on-3 power play. Puck is moving down the ice. Picking up possession is the Phantoms. Darius Paskauskas moves full speed into the Bison zone, has the puck looking for an option, cuts it all the way in front, then curls outside to find Eddie Bebris. Eddie Bebris to Darius Paskauskas. Paskauskas cross ice to Alice Padlick. 2 imports on the ice here. Padlick and Paskauskas. Craig Scott with the puck, looks up, moves it. Comes in front, shoots. It's blocked there by one of the players on the Bison. Very gutsy move there, but that's what you got to do to keep the puck out of the net. Craig Scott moves it to Darius Paskauskas. The puck was a little bit far ahead of him. Joe Bard will chase it down for the Bison and dump it out of the zone. Picking up calmly is Alice Padlick, who moves it across ice to Craig Scott. And Craig Scott cuts at the blue line, faked his own players out. Made a delay offside, but the Phantoms get it back in time. Eddie Bebris looks up, shoots it to the net, but it is blocked away there by a Bison player. Bebris has the puck, takes a look around the zone, lets Tom Norton join in. Here we go, 5-on-4 for the Phantoms, moved across the ice to Darius Paskauskas, who fans on the shot. Out of the net now, out of the zone now, was Basingstoke, but it's Brian Paskauskas with a shot, but we have a delayed offsides, and the Phantoms will be called for offside. So 13:52 remaining in the second period. Tremendous amount of opportunities for both teams. 45 seconds remaining on the Joe Greener penalty, and 45 seconds remaining on the Phantoms PDQ power play. So Bobby, both teams picking it up here in the second period.
Oh yeah, tempos just seems to be getting faster and faster here, which is good to see. I didn't think that was an offside there. I thought the far side linesman got that call wrong, but we'll see. But I think he anticipated it rather than making the call right.
I'd also like to give a shout out to the Highland Spring Water Company, who's been hydrating me during this game as I've been speaking so much. Highland Springs, water for play-by-play announcers everywhere. So here we go, coming through the neutral zone. Scott Robson dumps it in, but it takes a weird bounce. Hadlovsky had to use his paddle there to get the puck out. Moves to the point, went back by 4 Phantoms, and pops over the blue line. A little bit of magic there by the ice. But Phantoms regain control. Driving into the zone here, Milan Baranek in the slot. Shot! So hard it pops the paddle out of the hands of Hadlovsky. Another shot by the Phantoms, turned away there by Hadlovsky. One of the things we're seeing now, Phantoms starting to move to the front of the net, trying to get positioning in front of the netminder for Basingstoke. Number 28, Milan Baranek moves the puck up. Mark Levers will take his time, moving it to Tom Warren. Big shot from the point, tipped in front but moved out. Down in front is James Ferrara, pushed down by a Bison player, comes around the boards. Met there by Scott Robson, who's able to keep the puck in. Fighting against number 17 on Basingstoke. Lots of action here in the second period, 12:50. Both teams now back to full strength. And moved in front there and tipped by Mark Levers. The puck popped over the net. And we still have a 0-0 game here. And coming out of the zone, just to cool things off, as Hadlovsky decides that both teams need a breather. But of course, both teams meeting in front. Bobby, you can start to see a rivalry brewing here. It's exciting.
And this early in the season, it's fantastic to see that sort of a rivalry building up with 2 of the top teams in the division. They're not going to win the league on tonight's result, but this could be a bit of psychology between both teams who takes the victory tonight.
Another thing we're seeing, Bobby, is we've seen a lot of games so far this season. A lot of great fundamental hockey being played. We're not seeing too many turnovers. We're seeing a lot of good plays done by both teams. So here we go. Face-off is won there by the Bison, but chasing it hard is the 17-year-old Martin Sousters, just turned 17, barely 17, youngest player on the ice today. So Sousters fighting hard behind the net, holding his own. 2 Bison players on him. Dishes the puck out to Brad Moore. Brad Moore back to Sousters. 2 of the Phantoms youngsters. Moore puts a stick on the player there. Barred for the Basingstoke. It goes flying, and we have another penalty now. I'm not sure. Did you see the call there, Bobby? I don't know who it's on.
I don't know if he's going to call him for a slash. I think Peterborough might be getting the call for a slash. He took the stick out of the player's hand, but...
Well, yeah, it looks like Brad Moore is going to go to the box. Again, I'm not trying to defend Peterborough here. A little bit of a questionable call. Brad just trying to lift the stick up, but I think because the stick did go for a little bit of a airborne ride from one side of the zone to the other, you have to make that call. So Brad Moore, young two-way player for the Phantoms in the box, which will give Basingstoke now a chance to return the favor on the power play of heavy opportunities. So we'll see what happens here on the last power play. Phantoms with a tremendous amount of chances. We'll see how Basingstoke reply. So face-off is won by Basingstoke. Number 44 moves it to the net, taken there by Gibson and thrown out of the zone. Puck moves into the Basingstoke zone. Phantoms will take their time setting up to defend this Basingstoke power play. Out from behind the net now is Basingstoke. Karpov moves it up to Rand. Rand dumps it in. Rand loses the puck in the boards there. Is pressured heavily by 2 Phantoms. That's Robbie Ferrara and Alice Padlick. Behind the net, 97, Joe Greener with the puck, moves it across the ice. Basingstoke now setting up. They have the puck at the point. Karpov moves it to the half boards. Ryan Watt moves the puck behind the net, looking in front to pass the puck. It was thrown in by the Phantoms, and they will get possession. Now is Padlick with a backhand dump beautifully all the way down the zone. Hadlovsky takes it and throws it back the other end. Picking up the puck there and dumped in. Ryan Watt now chasing. Robbie Ferrara will meet Watt in the corner, and they will try and get position. Joined there is number 63, Aaron Connolly, captain. Shot from the point, hit off Alzen's left leg pad and pushed out to the corner. Again, nobody's screening. Yanis Alzen's in front. Right now, puck in front. Again, big save by Alzen's. 49, Ryan Watt with 49 seconds left on the Basingstoke power play. Looks to find a man. Puck thrown behind to Connolly. Back to Watt. Watt looks up to the point, fakes cross ice to 89 long. Couldn't get a stick on. Shoots it, deflected twice. But Alzen's, the import netminder for the Phantoms, finds it and puts his blocker right on top of it. Bobby, what are you seeing from the Basingstoke power play so far?
They're moving the puck well here. They're getting chances, but again, there's nobody in front of the net. And goalkeeper of Yanis Alzen's calibre, he'll save that puck all night long. Unless it takes a redirect or something in the way through off a stick, that's the only way they're going to score. But he's looking solid in the nets.
So 10:53 remaining in the second period, 37 seconds on the Basingstoke power play. Face-off is won by Peterborough. Cam McGiffin, 19-year-old for Peterborough, second year with the team, pushes it around, but it's taken away there by Basingstoke. Basingstoke and Peterborough vying in the corner for possession. Basingstoke comes out with it. With the puck now, a Bison player moves it up to the boards. Number 24, Declan Bomber, former Peterborough Phantom from Peterborough. has the puck, moves it to the point, put in front, and another save. Oh, the puck is in the net. The puck is in the net. We have a goal. Aaron Connolly makes the score 1-0, a power play goal by the Basingstoke Bison. And Bobby, we saw puck move to the front, Ausins was screened, they were able to chip it by.
It's as simple as that. That's what we said. It's not going to be a TV highlight reel goal. It's going to be any goal counts. But as we said, he didn't see it. Puck get deflected across the front of the net. Player standing in the back post taps it in. Fantastic goal. Yeah,
so the captain for Basingstoke, Aaron Connolly, coming through with the first strike in the game. A power play goal to Basingstoke. Score is now 1-0 to the away side.
And we're just getting ready to start the game here. So Lee's back with us now, so I'll hand you back to him.
Thank you. So on the ice now for the Phantoms, Will Weldon, Eddie Bebris, Craig Scott, Jason Buckman, and Greg Pick, and they will try to get themselves an equalizer here. So about halfway through the second period, puck is turned over in front by Ausins himself, and a shot there by number 4, 94 Moog is pushed wide. So Phantoms struggling to get back. There's a composure here. Score is 1-0 to Basingstoke, and the puck is right back into the zone of the Peterborough Phantoms. In the corner, Weldon and Pick pressure hard. Joining now is Buckman, who's able to get the puck that was pushed out. He throws it out of the blue line, and going is Van Troba, who will pick it up inside the Basingstoke post. So 9:57 left here in the second period. Scores 1-0 to the Basingstoke Bison. Driving into the Phantom zone, number 89 Long puts it in on Ausins. Ausins tips it back, it's thrown in front, but met up there and turned over at the blue line. Thompson has the puck. Basingstoke remains to have control. Coming out of the zone, passes it to Simmons. He shoots it on net. It's hit away by Eddie Bebris, which is tipped there by Craig Scott. Phantoms trying to get a little bit of pressure here. They will. It's a 2-on-1 to the Phantoms. Eddie Bebris throws it in front and just misses the net. It goes wide. Hedlowski didn't even have to make a save, and the puck hit the netting, and we'll get a break. 9:25 in the second period. So, Bobby, some pressure there by the Phantoms late at that play.
Well, yeah, but again, it was a turnover by Basingstoke on the boards there at the halfway, 2-on-1 breakaway, and to be fair, it was quite a tight angled shot he took, but the defenseman played them well. He stood up there and made sure it was to get the pass, eliminated the pass, let the goalkeeper take the shot, so it's quite an easy play in the end.
Yeah, it's always a tough play driving into the net, but we can see already the teams that are willing to pay the price in front of the net are getting the goals tonight. Face-off won there by Basingstoke, shot into the zone by Rad and pushed into a penalty box there. Captain Aaron Connolly was thrown into his box and head over, so the Phantoms fans were delighted with that. Probably not as delighted when he put the first goal of the game in, but that might give the Phantoms a little bit of energy here that they needed. So with the puck, Robbie Ferrara throws it across the ice. Tom Norton moves it up to Lloyd Gibson. Lloyd Gibson in the zone, spun around, throws it on net. Looked like a little bit of a big save there, but Hedlowski easily moves it to the side, and control is maintained now. Ausins with the puck throws it to Robbie Ferrara, who tips it. Ryan Watt is there to greet him. And now we have too many men on the ice. So Basingstoke taking a major mistake here. Too many men on the ice. The Phantoms will get a PDQ power play with 8:46 in the second. So, Bobby, a little weird how the hockey gods work sometimes, but it looks like for some reason the Phantoms are going to get an opportunity here. Too many men on the ice for Basingstoke.
It's just going to show you how edgy it is in the game just now with a one-goal game, and both teams are at full speed. They're trying hard. They're just trying to get that extra jump, and obviously a slack change on the bench. So,
yeah, you know, games like this can bring out the best in teams, but sometimes the mentality can get to you a little bit. Doesn't take anything away from Basingstoke's performance so far tonight. They lead the game 1-0, 8:45 in the first. Face-off is won by Basingstoke, a shot all the way down into the Phantom zone. Dennis Ausins opts to dish it off there to Tom Norton instead of shooting it all the way down the ice for a change. Tom Norton will wait behind the Phantom's net for his players to regroup and come out. Norton moves it up to Milan Baranek, who moves it back to Norton, who throws it to the neutral zone. James Ferrara couldn't quite get a stick on it, and Basingstoke will get possession, but inside their own zone. Puck is tried to shut out, but Milan Baranek is there to get it. You know, Phantoms now have a setup in the zone. Darius Paskalskis looks up, shoots, tipped by number 94, and basically Mog over the net. So no danger there. Number 16, Mark Levers now has the puck, moves it behind the net to Milan Baranek, who moves it back to Levers. Levers chased down there by number 44, Thomas Karpov, and it pops out of the zone. Darius Paskalskis for the Phantoms will chase it down while the Phantoms go to this change. Bebris now on the ice for the Phantoms. Almost turned over there in the neutral zone by Peterborough, but Eddie Bebris gets a stick on it, comes in, it's pushed behind the net. Bebris coming around the zone, moves it to the top. Darius Paskauskas across the ice to Tom Norton, but it's wide. And that shot will come all the way out of the zone into the Phantom zone, allowing Basingstoke to change. Phantoms will change one man there on the ice now. Craig Scott. Darius Paskauskas moves in the neutral zone, gets through 2 Basingstoke players, shoots, but it's blocked there by a Basingstoke player. They will get possession, throw it to the blue line. Puck not quite out yet. Being fought there by 2 players on each team. And puck pops out to Craig Scott, who has it in the slot, moves it across. Great pass try, but the pass is taken away by a Basingstoke player before being tipped across. Puck can't get out of the zone. Basingstoke getting a lot of unlucky bounces here. Lloyd Gibson moves it behind. There is Scott Robson. 23 seconds remaining on the Phantoms PDQ power play. Throws it in front there, tipped. Basingstoke gets control, but after another almost tip in, the puck is moved finally out. 15 seconds remaining on the Phantoms power play. Alzen has the puck and moves it to the corner. Last chance and drive here on the power play for the Phantoms. Scott Robson moves it up, but there's nobody there. Right on to Hadlovsky. He takes it and does his Les Alzen's impression and moves it all the way out in the Phantom zone. So killed off there is another penalty by Basingstoke. Phantoms now 5-on-5 against the top 2 teams in the league here. Here comes the youngster, Martin Sousters. Dumps the puck for Craig Scott. Moves it across in front, but nobody was there. Basingstoke takes it, moves it to their corner. Puck is moved out. Through the legs of Scott Robson. Picked up there is 49 Ryan Watt, who hits the goaltender, Yanis Alzens, and he will get a penalty for that. Yanis Alzens comes out, and Ryan Watt, who hits the goalie almost inadvertently, gets a penalty. Now long for Basingstoke, trips the goaltender Yanis. So we might have a little bit of showmanship here, Bobby, but Basingstoke has to keep their cool against the crafty goaltender Yanis Alzens.
Yeah, well, that was it. You can't hit the goalkeeper. You know what's going to happen, and you can now see what's happening. Players are getting involved in things they shouldn't be getting involved in a 1-0 game. Bump the goalie, get the penalty, take a penalty, go sit in the box.
Yeah, you know, it's a simple play that Yanis Alzens comes out of his net a lot. We saw a similar play last week in the Phantoms away game against the MK Lightning. Yanis came out of his net and he hit a player, and the MK bench was not happy about that, but the rule clearly states you are not allowed to touch the goalkeeper. If he comes out and plays it, you have to be smart and just let him have the puck. So going in the box for the Basingstoke Bison will no doubt be number 49, Ryan Watt, but both linesmen and the referee are meeting in front of us. Captain James Ferrara for the Phantoms and Captain Aaron Connolly are talking it over. Bobby, I don't know how the calls are going to play out here, but it should be an advantage to Peterborough.
Oh, it should be an advantage to Peterborough here. Peterborough should be getting the call here. I don't know if he's going to call 2 of them, because once the play was over and the penalty was called, I think it was Kieran Long then hooked the goalkeeper up and tripped him up again after the play was all stopped. That's why the players were coming in as a group, and that's when stupid, silly things happen.
So why the referees check out the penalties, we'll let you know what they're going to be. 6:22 left in the first period. Basingstoke fans being very loud here. Nice showing here by the Bison fans at the away game. Let us know how we're doing tonight. You can use hashtag GoPhantoms or hashtag GoBison. We want to thank you once again for tuning in, no matter where you are on the world, especially in Basingstoke. Thanks for joining us tonight. So while we're waiting, let's do a little bit of a score update. Several games in the EPL tonight, almost all of them have started. The Steel Dogs lead the Lightning 3-2 in the second period. It's a very big game for the Steel Dogs, who lost to Swindon 11-1 last night. And the MK Lightning, who are trying to keep 14 points to remain in first place, is even though they have two more games played on top of the 2 teams here tonight. So we know the score here. The Bison lead 1-0. The Bees lead the Flames. A very surprising score. Bees lead the Flames 3-1 in the first period. Tigers and Wildcats are in the first with a score of 0-0. And the Phoenix will play the Pirates tonight. That game has not started yet. So again, lots going on around the EPL tonight. Lots of implications on the games. Bobby, we spoke tonight about how tonight, the Sunday night of games, could potentially see a big split in the league table after the game, where you might see the top 5 teams spread a little bit apart from the bottom 5.
Yeah, there's a possibility in that, but you got to remember, this is only the beginning of the season. A lot of teams are going to get stronger and better. You don't expect Telford to be down at the bottom end of the tables at this stage. No, nobody expected that. And there's good teams, there's good strength and depth in the league this year, and there's a lot of teams that are looking a lot stronger, so it's good to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Telford, who is in ninth place with a tough start this year, actually equaling their loss total last night of all of last season. But the double winner last year, the league championship and cup champions, nobody expects them to stay down there for much longer. We know that they're a good team. We know they're going to come back and play. But the action is absolutely here tonight between Basingstoke and Peterborough. So it looks like after all the deliberation, After all of the judging calls, we're going to have just one penalty. Ryan Watt, 2 minutes for goaltending interference, which means the Phantoms will go on a PDQ power play. Again, 6:22 minutes left here in the second. Phantoms will get another opportunity to get an equalizer. We'll see what they do. Phantoms win the faceoff inside the Basingstoke zone. Paskauskas moves it to Eddie Bevers, who dumps it behind the net to Alice Padlick. Alice Padlick, the import, moves it up to Craig Scott, the Canadian, but not an import because he was trained here in England. Padlick throws it to the middle. It was deflected, but he gets the puck back. Goes behind the Basingstoke net, moves it open to Darius Paskauskas, who throws it at the net. It's hit there in front, it's open, but none of the Phantoms can get their stick on it, and the net is dislodged. Phantoms with probably their best chance of the period here. 1:35 remaining in the power play. Bobby, how important is it that the Phantoms get a goal right now?
With the power plays, they've had the opportunities, they've got to start capitalising. But there, that's just exactly what we're saying. You've got to have traffic in front of the net. They had two guys in front of the net there, and the goalkeeper didn't know what it was, and there was a clear chance there. And just obviously took a knock. Somebody got a stick or a block on it, and it went to the side.
Yeah, so we'll see here. 5:57 remaining in the first, 1:35 left on the Ryan Watt penalty to Basingstoke. Score 1-0 to Basingstoke right now. Phantoms win the face-off again. So here we go. James Ferrara moves the puck to Milan Baranek, throws it in front, and it's in there on Tom Norton, and another deflection in front. And it looks like we have a whistle. I believe the net came dislodged again. Something that's been a common theme among away goaltenders at this rink, and I am in no way calling out the goaltenders, but it just seems the last 3 weeks, Bobby, that the nets have popped off at opportune times.
And it's funny when people are round about with the pucks there, so you take the goal off and you get the whistle. So it's a thing goalkeepers do, but it's officials have then got to start clamping down on them.
In all reality, it's really Peterborough's job, the net ice maintenance crew, who do a great job to make sure those nets stay in place. But puck is won back into the Basingstoke zone. 1:17 remaining on the Phantoms PDQ power play. With the puck now, Milan Baranek moves it to the point. James Ferrara shoots it on net, but wide. Trying to get to the puck now is Tom Norton, who throws the puck into the corner. Is met there by a Basingstoke player and a Phantoms player. So in the corner right now, Lloyd Gibson, Milan Baranek trying to get the puck back for the Phantoms. Joining is Will Weldon. They make it a 3-on-2, and the Phantoms get it. Lloyd Gibson tries to drive in front, and the puck pops out. Hadlowski is moving around. He can't get a stick on it. Mayhem in front of the net. James Ferrara has it. The Phantoms will calm it down now. But missing it behind the net is Milan Baranek. He falls down, which will give Basingstoke time to get the puck. But it does not get out. Tom Norton hits it, and it is at the blue line. Getting the puck again is the Phantoms. Weldon to the net. Milan Baranek is there. Lloyd Gibson, but can't get it. Weldon coming in front. Popped in front. It's open. James Ferrara shoots, and he misses the net. He misses the net. 29 seconds remaining in the power play. Mayhem here in Peterborough as the Phantoms cannot get the puck in the net. It is safely dumped in on Alzens, who moves it up to James Ferrara. 4:40 remaining in the second. 15 seconds on the Phantoms PDQ power play. Hit hard there is Mark Levers by number 15, Joe Bard. Hit again is another Phantoms player by Bard. He's on the ice. So again, Basingstoke playing very physical now, driving into the zone. 86 Rand shoots it on Alzens, but it's a big save. Alzens covers it up, and we will finally get a break as the puck moves into the Phantoms net, but it's clearly after the whistle. So Bobby, 4:19 left here in the second. Once again, these two teams have had me go out of breath, so I'm just going to ask for your expert analysis on that play.
Well, honestly, 2-on-1 breakaway there, and I think it was Kieran Long took the shot. Yanis Osland's made a bad save. Puck dropped in front. He tried to get the rebound. Then it was a scramble, and the referee already blew the whistle, so there was no chance of it being a goal.
So Bobby, again, it's been a very even game. Score 1-0 to Basingstoke, but not that there's a seesaw that could tip here, but you can see more pressure from the Phantoms right now.
Oh, yes, definitely.
So here we go. Face-off won by Basingstoke and moved out. It is now 5-on-5 hockey with 4:11 left here in the second period. Puck moved behind the Phantom zone. Number 86, that's Joe Rand with the puck. The assistant captain of Basingstoke moves it out. It's thrown in front. Number 3, Simmons has the puck. He looks, he shoots, this deflects off Cam McGiffin. Puck is shot there again by the Basingstoke point, but Phantom's not afraid to get in front to protect their netminder. Moving it up here. Craig Scott will chase. Can't get his stick on it. Basingstoke will move it out of the zone. Rand drives to the neutral zone, but loses it. Cam McGiffin now driving into the zone. He's got Craig Scott with him. McGiffin throws it across the front of the net, but it was not able to be caught by any player. So here we go. Covered up there by Hadlowski, clearly not liking what he's seeing, so he's going to calm it down, let his team go for a change.
I think we all need a rest. The tempo's going mad here. It's just end-to-end hockey, which is fantastic to see. And I hope everybody's enjoying it at home here, because we're certainly enjoying it here.
Bobby, you've been watching hockey in this country of England for a long time. Has the bar been raised here?
Oh, tonight the bar's been raised here in the EPL. These guys are going hammer and tongs at it. It's a good end-to-end game. A lot of people expect to come and see hockey and see lots and lots of goals, whereas this keeps you on the edge of your seat. 1-0, 3.5 minutes to go in the period, and I'll be all to play for the last period.
I've said it before, Bobby. Hockey is one of the only sports that can be 0-0 or 1-0, and you can be out of breath because it's so exciting. So here we go. 3:18 left in the second period. Coming out of the net is Alzins. Throws it around the boards. Not getting it is a Phantoms player, but it pops out. Alice Pavlik moves it to Darius Paskauskas. Very dangerous shot, throws it across the net, but it does not get anywhere near Hetlovsky. So going in is Karpov to get the puck behind his own net. Met there by Lloyd Gibson, and Gibson with a broken stick needs to drop it now, and he's going to have to change. Coming onto the ice, James Ferrara for the Phantoms. Puck, though, in control. Milan Barak turns it over. Here we go. James Ferrara, one-on-one. Comes in front, makes a fake, but he could not get the shot off. Some brilliant stick work there by James Ferrara, but could not finish the play. Now Milan Barak looking, moves it to Tom Norton, right off the post. Number 2, Tom Norton with a zinger. Hetlovsky thanking his best friend, the right post, for getting a save on that one. 2:31 here in the second period. I'm loving this. Here we go, outside the Phantom zone. Number 89, Long for Basingstoke. Puts it behind the net. Picked up there. 86 from Tom Norton. Joe Rand versus Norton. Puck behind the net, thrown around. To meet it, James Ferrara moves it out of the zone. Beautiful blind backhand pass to Mark Levers. Comes across. Milan Barak throws it in front. Hetlovsky kicks it off to the side with a broken stick of Lloyd Gibson still remains. Coming through the neutral zone. Both teams now showing signs of fatigue here. 2 minutes left in the second period. Will Weldon turns the puck over in the neutral zone, but gets it back. Moves it up. A lot of desperation moves here. Both teams clearly feeling the express motion of this period. 1:47 remaining in the second period. Score 1-0 to the Basingstoke Bison. So happy you could join us here tonight on Sunday to watch EPL ice hockey. Clearly in offsides there by Eddie Bebers. And with 1:37 left, we will get another break. Boy, is this exciting.
Yeah, I think we need a coffee break.
Unfortunately, our contract says we can't get a coffee break until the period break. So we're gonna have to just drink some water here, Bobby. I can't even talk right now. I'm gonna take a swig here. Bobby, say something good to the people at home.
Oh, yeah, just keep watching, because this is one hell of a game to watch. 1:37 to go in the period. Let's see what's going to happen now.
Hashtag that one hell of a hockey game. Here we go. 1:37 left here in the second period. 1-0 to the Basingstoke Bison. Face-off is won by Basingstoke. To Bard, moves the puck up the boards, but it can't get out. There is Craig Scott, who dumps it behind the Basingstoke net. Met there by Eddie Bebris. Both teams playing ping pong with the puck. See who's gonna get possession. A big hit there by number 15, Joe Bard. Fighting for possession there, number 29, is Will Weldon. The puck pops out of the zone. Getting there is Craig Scott, who dumps it in, but it's popped off the stick of Scott Robson behind the Phantoms net. We are approaching the 1 minute mark remaining in the second period, and we will get there right now. 1 minute remaining in the second period. You can hear the DJ for the game, Dan Breen, making that announcement. Here we go, Craig Scott looking off ice, just chips it. There was nobody there, turned over, picked up by Basingstoke. Number 44, Karpov tries to dance around Cam McGiffin, but couldn't quite get there. Peterborough now has the puck again over the blue line. So Basingstoke has the puck, but it's given up to Peterborough. Alice Pavlik makes a move, but he comes over the blue line, gets his own dump in. Pavlik coming around, 30 seconds left here in the second period. Puck behind the net to Eddie Bebris. Eddie Bebris looks up, can't get the puck to Lloyd Gibson, who was waiting for it. Popped out to Long on Basingstoke, who skates it out of the zone. He is joined by Greener and Karpov. Puck turned over at the Phantoms blue line and popped back out. Both teams with tremendous pressure here. 15 seconds left. Oh, the puck is gone! Lloyd Gibson almost had a breakaway. Couldn't find the puck at his feet, so 10 seconds remaining. The puck is put into the Phantom zone. Yanis Alzins moves it up the boards to Tom Norton, who moves it up to Lloyd Gibson. And a long cross-ice pass, but with 2 seconds left, nothing's going to happen. Shot there by James Ferrara, turned away easily by Hetlovsky. And the score at the end of 2 periods, 1-0 to Basingstoke. Bobby, a lot of shots, a lot of action, a lot of build-up for the third period.
Oh, just as you've said there, you've seen everything tonight, but I think this game obviously we said it would be a kind of scrappy goal that would get that go-ahead goal, and I think it'll be more of the same for the rest of the game. For the last 20 minutes, I think you'll find it's going to be quite scrappy in front of the net, and we'll see where it goes. The tiredness factor could come into it. Players are working really, really hard here. Obviously, we'll see how they go.
Well, Basingstoke, that's known as a first period team, Phantoms known as a third period team. Either way, the score's 1-0 here in Peterborough. Great hockey action here. We're going to see you after the second Mick George intermission, and we'll be back soon. Thanks for joining us, folks. right, fans, welcome back here. Third period action here in Peterborough. Fans versus Basingstoke. 20 minutes remain in this game. The score 1-0 to the Bison. The winner of this game will be in sole possession of first place. And here we go with the face-off to start the third period. Alice Padlick against Rand. Rand wins the face-off back into the Basingstoke zone. Picking up the puck there is Basingstoke, but it's turned over at the blue line. Tom Norton dumps it deep. Will come in close to Hedlovsky, but it is picked up there by Basingstoke. So Phantoms keep the puck inside the zone before it's moved out here by Basingstoke. Eric Connolly, the captain of the Bison, makes a move through, but it got thousands a little too quick, and Yanis moves the puck out of the zone. On the blue line now, players fighting for possession. Bison get it and move it back into the Peterborough zone. Rand with the puck. It is pushed out there by Bebris. Pressing hard was Alice Padlick, but it's moved back into the zone here. Again, Phantoms whiff on the shot there. Joe Greener with the puck tries to move it deep, but Robbie Ferrara is there to pick it up. Again, pressure from both teams early. Puck inside the Phantom zone. Tom Norton is there with Will Weldon, who dumps it out and takes a little hop there and pops back out to the blue line. Bison now have the control in their own zone. D-to-D pass behind the net. Looking up the ice here for an outlet. Puck is now moved, but almost turned over onto the stick of Craig Scott, which would have been a major opportunity for the Phantoms. Just over a minute played here in the third period. Scored 1-0 the Bison. Thanks for joining us tonight on this webcast. For all of you who have been coming in, like hashtag Go Bison, hashtag Go Phantoms, we appreciate your feedback. All of it good so far. We'll stay with you here to the end. On the point, puck is turned over. Here come the Bison. Bison moving into the Phantom zone. Greener with a low shot, saved there by Alzen and moved out by the Phantoms. Picking up the puck for the Phantoms is Cam McGiffin, the defenseman. Moves it to Milan Baranek. Dump there, down to the stick of James Ferrara, but it's moved wide outside of the net. It's saved there by Hedlovsky. Phantoms coming with some pressure. Puck moved out to Cam McGiffin. Shoots it over, tipped in front. Oh, it's put there by Hedlovsky. Again, another big save by the import netminder, keeping the Bison with their 1-0 lead. So, Bobby, as we head into this third, what would you be telling your teams before you're coming on the ice?
Well, you can see the changes that the Bison's made straight away here. They're just setting up in the trap and just trying to control the neutrals and forcing Peterborough up the boards here. Trying to keep them wide and making sure any shots are going to come from the angles now. So they're obviously looking at trying to protect that 1-goal lead from the get-go here in the last period.
Well, if there's one thing we know about every team in the EPL is a 1-goal lead is just never enough, it seems. We'll see what happens as how this plays out. Puck inside the Bison zone. Ryan Watt behind the netminder from Slovakia, his own team, Hedlovsky. Puck is not coming out of the Bison zone, thrown to the neutral zone, but it's going to be an icing call. Oh, call's waved off, no icing. Linesman there said that the puck could have been played. Martin Schuster fails to get the puck out of the zone. He's hit hard, and the puck moves back to the corner to the right of Yanis Auzens. Jason Buckman for the Phantoms fighting with his D partner Greg Pick to try and get the puck against Ryan Watt. Hit on the boards there, thrown in from the top. It was hit in front and bounced down. Auzens didn't see it, but the puck went wide of the net. 17:21 left here in the first period. 1-0 to the Basingstoke Bison in a first place matchup here in Peterborough. Alice Padlick with the puck in neutral zone, dumps it deep into the Bison zone. Phantoms regrouping in the neutral zone. Darius Moskowskis pushes the puck outside, picked up there by the linesman, so Darius gets his own play back, and it's inside the Bison zone again. Pressured hard there. Alice Padlick makes the Bison player throw it around the boards. Now, puck is on the half boards, bounces around a little bit at the blue line, and here come a 2-on-1 for the Bison, and it's called offsides. Wow, a real opportunity there for Connolly there on a 2-on-1 on Auzens, but the play is called offsides, and we will remain 1-0 to the Bison here. Both teams opting to change here. Coming on the ice for the Phantoms, Mark Levers, Milan Barak, James Ferrara, and for the Bison, Mogg will play with his players, Greener, and I believe that's number 19. Excuse me, not number 19. Number 89, Syrian Long. So here we go. Face-off is won by the Phantoms, but it is being played here for by the Bison as well. Phantoms come out with it in the neutral zone. Mark Levers comes in and dumps it into the Bison zone. Looking deep there is number 7, Kurt Reynolds now pushing the puck around. Phantoms keep it in. Milan Baranek behind the Bison net. Milan Baranek looks around the zone, dances around one defender, cuts back in, looks up, moves it down deep to James Ferrara. James Ferrara back down behind the net to his brother Robbie Ferrara, who couldn't quite get it, and the Bison will dump it out. There to meet the puck, though, is James Ferrara, who just skated all the way out of his own zone. and moves it up. It's turned over there. Joe Greener inside the Phantom zone. Joe Greener comes in, moves it in front. Oh, it is tipped there by Alan Lack, who could not get a stick on it. And the puck bounces all the way back into the Bison zone. 16 minutes left here in this third period. 1-0 to the Bison. Puck is dumped all the way in to the Phantom zone. Icing is waved off. Scott Robson picks up the puck. Center Will Weldon is there to meet it. Gives it to his winger, Eddie Bebers. Eddie Bebers through the neutral zone to number 88, Craig Scott. Shot is blocked there bravely by a Basingstoke player. Fighting in the corner now, Scott Robson, the defenseman, in deep, pushes the puck around the boards, and Alan Lack will get it and move it up to Ryan Watt. Ryan Watt over the blue line, looks up, fakes a shot, falls down on the top of the circle. Got to watch out for those hash marks, Bobby. They'll get you every time. So the net comes off, as we were joking in the first. Net pops off the moorings for Yanis Alzins. Bobby, what do you think of the first 4 minutes and 31 seconds?
It's been what it's been for 2 periods. It's just end-to-end hockey here, and it's been good to see. Just again there, in the game. That, as you said, that red line jumped up and tripped him up, I think.
So here we go. We're going to keep playing here. Both teams really rising to the occasion tonight to show why these two teams are leading the league in the standings with the MK Lightning. And here we go, face-off here to the left of Yanis Alzins. Puck is dropped and won by Basingstoke. Bard throws it to the net, tipped around by 2 players and thrown to the corner. Here we go. Puck is on the half-board to the right of Alzins. Both teams vying for position. Puck is thrown out of the zone there. Bison will regroup and the fans will pressure hard. Lloyd Gibson moves in hard. He's able to tip the puck away there from number 18, Miroslav Antroba. And Phantoms now have possession inside the Basingstoke zone. Moving into the point there is Paskowski. It's dumped in deep there by Jason Buckman, 36-year-old player on the Phantoms, longtime Peterborough player, born and raised in this district. Puck taken to Paskowskis, looks around, comes into the middle, fans on a pass, gets his own play. Paskowskis, tremendous puck work here. Nope, shot on net there, saved by Hedlowski. Shot was from Alice Padlick. Phantoms clearly understanding at this point in the game they need to get the offensive opportunities and get this game equalized. Let's see what happens from there. So a quick score update for all of you. The Steel Dogs versus the Lightning. Lightning have tied that game up in the third by a score of 3-3. Again, the Bison lead the Phantoms 1-0 here. The Bracknell Bees surprisingly leading the Guildford Flames 4-1. Guildford, who are right on the cusp of being in first place, 1 point out. That's in the second period. Tigers and Wildcats tied in the second period, and the Manchester Phoenix lead the Hull Pirates 1-0 in the first period. So face-off is pushed all the way back in the Phantom zone. Robbie Ferrara, number 37, will get the puck here. Pressured hard by number 7, Joe Greener. Puck is moved out to the right of Yanis Alzins. Robbie Ferrara with the puck moves it behind the net to his defensive partner, Tom Norton, a former Elite League star for the Nottingham Panthers. Puck's moved in. Will Weldon shoots it, but it's blocked there by a Basingstoke player. The puck peacefully moves to the corner there, met by number 49, Martin Susters, who shoots it from the corner, but it's saved by Hedlowski. Pretty much strength there by Martin Susters for only being 17 years old. Kid has a very bright future in this game. So after joint trippings in the corner there, no calls. Bison will move the puck up. Ryan Watt in, makes a dance, move around Norton. Ryan Watt comes in, but he cannot get his stick on it. The tremendous defensive play by James Ferrara, keeping Ryan Watt from getting an open shot right in front of Yanis Alzins. Remember that play in a few minutes if this score gets tied. So a puck gets thrown in on Alzins, popped up, goes behind the net. Tom Norton moves it up the boards. Brad Moore is there, and he moves it out of the zone. It goes all the way down. Icing is waved off by the linesman. So Peterborough will go for a change. Coming on the ice, Milan Baranek, Cam McGiffin, and Scott Robson, the D partners. Alan Lack moves it in front of Alzins, but nobody's there. Lack gets it, but Alzins is able to record it in front, and he gets the puck back, and danger is pushed away. 13:21 left here in the third period. 1-0 to Basingstoke. Puck now in the neutral zone, controlled by the Bison. Thrown into the Phantom zone. Alzins is there to pick it up. It turns it right back over after a pass. Number 4, Thomas Karpov, throws it in front to Mark Levers. Not the player I think he wanted to hit there. And Levers takes the puck out of the zone, on his own, one-handed, and moves it into the Basingstoke zone. So Phantoms go for a change here. Padlick coming on the ice. Craig Scott coming on the ice. Milan Baranek moving hard to change with Scott, Cam McGiffin, Eddie Bebris, and Jason Buckman now on the ice to join Greg Pick for the final change. And here we go. Puck is inside the Phantom zone, hit away there by Jason Buckman, but it's kept in. Puck's behind the net. Buckman forechecks hard. Puck pops out in front. Buckman with the puck now is going to try and get it to Peterborough possession, but Basingstoke is forechecking very hard and doing a great job of keeping control inside the Phantom zone. Shot from the point goes wide to the right of Alzins. Phantoms will pick it up. Here we go. Jason Buckman moves out to Eddie Bebris. Eddie Bebris pushes it, but it's just too far away. And Hadlovsky will cover it, throwing any chances from Peterborough. So 12:21 left in the third period. Bobby, let's talk about the last couple minutes of play.
It's been end to end. But to be fair to Basingstoke has been a lot of possession here. They've been in the Peterborough camp in their end for quite a bit. Peterborough defensively have been playing quite well, making sure they're getting the puck out. But as we keep saying, it'll be scrappy goals that beats these goaltenders. These goaltenders are making great saves both sides.
Yeah, well, finesse not being a factor here tonight just yet. Still plenty of time left. But yeah, it's usually the gutsy goals that are making it happen. So puck is moved in there by Basingstoke after a couple of tries to shut on Allison and save. And Bobby, something else I've noticed, both teams being really smart in terms of not taking any penalties here. As we've said several times on these broadcasts, in the EPL, you can live and die on your special teams. So both teams doing a great job staying out of the box.
Well, that's what they've got to do. The first two periods, Basingstoke took some cheap penalties that they didn't have to take. But they've both, they know it's a one-goal game. It could be anybody's game, this.
Yeah, no matter what the scoreline here, both teams playing tremendous hockey tonight. Not going to say they're both winners at the end of the game, but I will say that whoever wins, it's going to be a contest for the other team to get the final score here. So puck behind the Bison zone. Darius Paskauskas doing his magic, moves it in front, pushed away there by 15 Bard. The net is moved off its moorings, but the ref does not see it. Whistle, there it is. Call. So for the third time tonight, the net is pushed off its moorings by the away team. Again, can't really blame the away goalie. If the net's not in place and he's able to push it off, I can't blame him for doing that. But it is very frustrating to the Phantoms players. 11:45 remaining here in the third period. Good pressure from both teams. Really, and what can only be described as an evenly matched game, even though it's tilted one way on the scoreboard by 1-0 to the Bison. So Bobby, is it just more of the same? I don't think the Phantoms need to go into desperation mode just yet.
There's no desperation yet. There's 11:40 to go in this period here. But the referee's just had a word with Thomas Hadlovsky, so if he's going to do it again, then he might even pick up a penalty on it.
So face-off won by the Phantoms. Will Weldon with the draw there. Turned over. Will Weldon tried to hold it at the blue line, but it pops right back out. And although the players come and regroup, so the Phantoms go back in the zone. Picked up there by Bard in front of the Basingstoke Bison net. Dumped into the Peterborough zone. There to meet it is Scott Robson. It goes behind Yanis Alzins. Tries to move it on his backhand, but it's taken away there by number 13, Sean Thompson. The puck comes out the boards, though, and there is Martin Susters, makes a pass over to Brad Moore. Phantoms will dump it in and go for a change. The line of levers, Ferrara and Milan Baranek on the ice now, joined by Jason Buckman and Greg Pick. They will try and make something happen for Peterborough here with 11 minutes left in the third period. Basingstoke controls it inside the Phantom zone. Have it behind Yanis Alzin. Puck is moved to the corner and turned over there by the Phantoms. Running out is James Ferrara, but he had his stick popped out of his hands and it bounced right back into his hands. Not sure if you saw that. It was kind of a cool moment. Here we go, 2-on-2. James Ferrara drives into the Basingstoke Bison zone, throws it on net, but there's no one there to meet it, and is pushed aside easily by Hadlovsky. Driving now is the captain, Connolly, for the Bison. Shoots it off the glove of Alzins and is thrown around the boards. Picking it up there and checked into the boards is Robbie Ferrara by number 63, Connolly. And we have a 2-on-2 situation. Again, the stick popping out of Robbie Ferrara's hands there, but Craig Scott drives in the zone, throws it on net, but it never gets there as the Basingstoke Bison defenseman is able to stop it with his skates. So puck now in the Bison zone, 10-10 left in the third period here in Peterborough. Score 1-0. A shot there by Baranek is met by Hadlovsky, who is waiting patiently and makes the easy save.
I could actually hear you there, the noise in this place, but that was a good shot there, and again, but Hadlovsky's got time, he'll make that save.
You couldn't hear me because I didn't say anything. I just put the
noise in this place is going down.
Well, the noise here is met by a lot of Peterborough Phantoms fans, and quite a nice showing here from the Basingstoke Bison fans. We're happy to have all of you with us here around the world. Basingstoke, Peterborough, USA, Canada, Europe, wherever you may be. Thanks for joining us here tonight. Puck is in the Basingstoke zone, thrown in front by Craig Scott. There was a clear rebound there, but no Phantoms were there to meet it. Driving in, long, throws it into the Phantom zone. Greener will press hard, but Alzins is there to throw it around the boards. Puck is now picked up by Bard and thrown in. A big hit there by Craig Scott. Bard is hurt, and he is going for a change. Can't tell if that's a stinger or an injury, but he is off the ice. Back on the ice, here we go. Phantoms with the puck inside their own zone. Big Eddie Bebris moves it up to Scott Robson, who makes a deke in the neutral zone over the red line and dumps it cross ice into a Basingstoke player, who turns it over and moves it into the Phantom zone. Cam McGiffin will chase it down. He's chased heavily there by one of the Basingstoke players. I believe that's Rounding. Puck is moved up to the top and out of the zone. Basingstoke regroups in the neutral zone. Heavy pressure here by Lloyd Gibson. Puck is moved. Ooh, Phantoms almost with too many men on the ice there, but a whistle is blown. I'm not sure what the whistle was. That offsides with the whistle?
That was, they thought it was too many men on the ice. It wasn't.
Okay, so a little Phantom, no pun intended, whistle there by the linesman. 9:12 left here in the third period. Score 1-0 to Basingstoke. Great hockey here tonight in Peterborough. Alice Padlake loses the face-off there, and the Basingstoke Bison will pump it into the Phantom zone. Jason Buckman fights for possession there. Going back and forth, and the puck pops out to the neutral zone there. Here we go, Rand for the Bison, takes it over. The blue line, pushes it in, is met by two Phantoms to keep him to the outside of the zone. Pops out, coming with speed. Darius Blaskowskis, star player for Peterborough, digs a decoy, Simmons comes in and shoots just wide of Hadlovsky. Darius Blaskowskis with amazing individual effort there, just inches away from getting an equalizer here. 8:39 left in the third period. And boy, we've got some great ice hockey action here tonight. So Greg Pick with the puck now for the Phantoms, moves it behind the net. Nobody there to get it, but Darius Blaskowskis is there. He's probably looking for a change, and he pops off the ice right now. So fresh legs for the Phantoms, James Farrar, Milan Baranek. Here comes the Bison, cutting it in front on Housens. The puck is popped up. Housens didn't know where it was, but he got a good whistle there by the referee. Bison with a nice shot there. Again, rode up Housens' right arm. That's his blocker arm, but was stopped eventually by Yanis. So, again, 8:19 left here in the third period. Great chances by both teams. Bobby, talk to me a little bit about Darius Blaskowskis and that effort.
It was a fantastic play there he made on the blue line. He just pulled it through the defenseman's legs and left him for dead. Player was left in two minds of defenseman. He didn't know where to go for the man or go for the puck. He get caught. You've got to make your mind up and take one or the other.
Blaskowskis, the Lithuanian, plays for their national team. Tremendous individual effort. He's a star to watch here tonight. One of the leading point scorers on the Phantoms. But right now, both teams playing excellent hockey. 8 minutes left here in the third period. Puck is behind the Phantoms' net, thrown in front. Yanis moves it across to Milan Baranek, who will take it behind the net and get a breather for the Phantoms. Chips the puck up to Tom Norton. Star defenseman for the Phantoms, turns it over at the blue line. Thompson comes in to shoot. Robbie Farrar is there to block that. Puck comes out. Here we go. James Farrar moves it across. Phantoms can't seem to get a tip-to-tape pass here, which is something they desperately need. They need to find a way to get a play going here to make this equalizer. Still plenty of time left. 7:35 in this game, but that clock is ticking down, and the Phantoms know it. Here comes Will Weldon through the neutral zone, drives, puts it in, one hand, dumps it deep in. We'll try and get something going here. Weldon meets the puck. But Basingstoke picks it up. Basingstoke drives out of the zone. Long with the puck, moves it across. Deked around, shot in, it almost goes in on Housens again. He got some of his leg pad on that, but another chance there by the Bison. Mogg moves across ice to his D partner, Reynolds. Reynolds dumps the puck in. Yanis tries to get a piece of it, but he can't. Housens moves it. Craig Scott moves it around the boards, but waiting there is one of the defensemen from Basingstoke. Another shot on net from Basingstoke. Phantoms have to be careful with the turnovers. Moving the puck here now. Eddie Bebris through, moves it up to McGiffin. McGiffin throws it in front, tipped there by Craig Scott. Craig Scott now being pressured behind the net by number 94, Stuart Mogg. 71, Eddie Bebris moves it, tries to shoot it, but it's stopped there by Basingstoke, but he gets his own pass and he gets it behind the net. Moving in front now, here it comes. Craig Scott trying to find a way in front, but is cleverly pushed into the boards there by Basingstoke. The shot by James Farrar is tipped there by 89, Long for Basingstoke. Bebris in on the puck, throws down a player from Basingstoke, and he is hurt. I do not believe there's going to be a call on this. Ryan Watt coming over to talk to Eddie Bebris to let him know that hit was not okay in the eyes of Basingstoke. So a player down here for Basingstoke. Bobby, I can't see who that is. Did you get the number?
I don't see the number just now, but it wasn't really what you're saying, a bad hit. If it was a bad hit from behind, it was just he got caught and he bumped him into the boards and he's went down from it. But you don't know, when you hit these boards, you don't know how you're going to come off.
Yeah, it's absolutely true. Peterborough known for having a very strong boards. They don't have much give, and Eddie Bebris kind of shoving the player into the boards. There's obviously no ill intention by the play, but nonetheless, a player is injured on the ice, and honestly, no matter what team it is, you never want to see a player get injured. It doesn't do anything good for either team. So we're going to have a little bit of a break here. As the player gets up, we will identify him as soon as we can see his number, as medical attention is on the ice. He is on his knees now, and he's obviously responding. He's back on his skates, so he's all right. The player is number 7, Kurt Reynolds, the defenseman, but he is off on his own accord and walking back to his bench. So referees in the corner discussing whether a penalty needs to be called. It could easily go both ways. 6:23 left here in the third period. 1-0 to Basingstoke, and let's do a score update. So Steel Dogs and Lightning are going to overtime. They're playing in Sheffield. The Bees and the Flames 4-2. Flames getting another goal there, getting within 2 goals of the Bees in the second period, end of the second period. Wildcats leading the Telford Tigers 2-1 in Telford. So in the third period, Swindon, who won 11-1 yesterday, leading the Tigers. Another surprising score there in Telford. And in the second period, the Phoenix lead 1-1. Again, we've said this before, this game, the winner of this game will be in first place alone. Lightning picking up a point. If they win that game, they will match first place in points, but they will have 2 more games played than both the teams here tonight. And Guildford will need to hold on to stay within the top 4. So puck is thrown in front. Lots of tracking in front. Looks like we had a jump pile there. Bobby, you can see both teams, I don't want to use the word desperate, but being very careful now the way that they're playing this game.
Well, this 1-goal game is just unbelievable to be 6 minutes 15 to go in the game. And it's just anything that's going in that net, you're going to have everybody crashing that net now. As we've said for the whole game, it's going to be ugly goals tonight. I don't see a TV highlight goal tonight, but...
Bobby, I completely agree with you on everything that you're saying right now. It does not seem to be a highlight game. It's a gritty game. It's a game of will, and 1-0 says a lot about both teams. Puck won back behind the Basingstoke net. It's popped around. Been coming in on the fans, but the net comes off again. Although Bobby, why don't you tell us what happened there? The net's off, but I believe the goaltender was run there a little bit.
I don't think so.
You don't? Okay, I didn't see it.
He clearly rolls back onto the post and knocks the net off.
Oh, we have a penalty here. Okay, so I believe, yes, the referee is calling. I'm going to guess this is an interference of some sort. So, Bobby, after 4 times of the net dislodging, the referees clearly have to make a call. So, Phantoms will get a penalty here. Going in the box, well, I'm sorry, Thomas Hedlowski, the goaltender, number 53, is going to get the penalty. Going in the box for the Basingstoke Bison is Ryan Watt. And, Bobby, I don't think I need to build this power play up for the Phantoms. There's 6:05 left in the third. Power play to the Phantoms. They've had several tonight with no conversions. I don't want to say this is the game here, but an unbelievably important special teams play for the Phantoms.
I'm trying to stay as neutral as possible here, as obviously you can guess, but to watch a goalkeeper do that, I just don't like it. It takes away from the integrity of the game. They clearly bumped the goal off. He knew there was a scrimmage in front of him, possibility of a goal, and he deliberately took the net off. And to me, that's no sportsmanship.
It's a very...
Eventually the referees called it.
Yeah, very fair points. Hedlowski not happy with the call at all, talking with the referees, but nonetheless the Phantoms will start their PDQ power play. 6 minutes left here in the third. Phantoms have the power play. Here we go. Puck is dumped into the Basingstoke zone. Hit very hard there from behind is Mark Levers. There's no call on the play. Basingstoke player jumped on his back, and Basingstoke being very physical with the Phantoms have to be careful they don't go down 5-3. Tom Norton stops the puck at the point, moves it in, picked up there by Milan Barak. Barak moves it to the sideboards. James Ferrara hit into the boards hard. Basingstoke not showing any shyness here in the physical play. Shot on net, topped away there by the stick of Hedlowski. Thrown in front there and thrown out by the Bison. So Peterborough Phantoms getting a lot of chances on their power play, but give credit to Basingstoke doing a lot on the penalty kill to make sure nothing gets through. Mark Levers has the puck and dumps it into the Basingstoke zone. It is almost turned over there at the blue line, but goes back in before Basingstoke reclaims possession. Allison's way out of his net, has the puck, and will leave it behind the net. Eddie Bebris will let the change happen. And the Phantoms, with 5 minutes remaining in the third, will try and get something going here. Long pass in the neutral zone is turned over. Bison are able to get it again. Phantoms have to be careful on the long passes right now. Might be better to come out of the zone as a unit, aside from looking for the one pass or the one play. Craig Scott skates to the neutral zone, passes to Eddie Bebris, who comes across and shoots it across the front of the net. Does not hit anything, will not be a shot on net. Puck is kept in by Peterborough, though. Now it's behind the net. Bebris moves it over to Padlick. Padlick back to Bebris. Bebris looks in front, takes his time. Padlick shoots from the corner. The net pops off a 5th time. Now I did see that one. I don't believe that Hedlowski really pushed it off, but something's got to be done here. He moved his arm into the net and it popped off almost like he blew it. So I don't know if some ice maintenance needs to be done here, but the net just seems to be popping off for Hedlowski tonight. So it obviously won't be any calls. 4:32 remaining here in the third period. 27 seconds remain on the PDQ power play for the Phantoms. Phantoms starting to get a little bit frustrated, but nonetheless they're not deterred. You can see that they're doing their best to equalize this game. They clearly want to win. as much as Basingstoke. Once again, a great night of hockey here at Planet Ice Peterborough. Both teams really showing everything they got and why they are both at the top of the table. And we will see here what the result will be. Lots of talking going down on the ice. Phantoms all talking to each other, trying to set up for this face-off. So referee, Bobby the referee now inspecting the goal. I don't know if he's going to see if a gremlin's inside the post, but trying to do something to keep it on.
It's just one of these, it's one, as I said earlier on, it's one of my pet hates in the game, and I'm glad the referee actually called him for it, because it's just, all he's trying to do is delay. Peterborough's got a power play, they've got the extra man advantage, and all they're looking for is to get moving the puck. Because they're delaying the game, they won't there's no flow to the power play. We're now down to 27 seconds to go, and these guys are as fresh and ready to go.
Well, the way the chances are coming, Bobby, for both teams, like you said, 4:32 left in the third period. It really is not over by any means. Obviously, the Phantoms down by 1 goal, but they're pressing hard. Give the referees a little bit of credit for trying to make sure that net stays on. You want to avoid a situation where the Phantoms maybe do score a goal and that net pops off, which would be devastating to say the least to the Peterborough team and fans. So, going to get a little bit of a break here. Again, see if any of the score has changed around the league. I want to thank you once again for joining us tonight. Really an excellent game. Still Dogs and Lightning are still in overtime. Bison lead the Phantoms 1-0, as you know. End of the second period, still Bees 4 over Guildford 2. Wildcats in the third period still have that 2-1 lead over Telford. Telford, a team that desperately needs to get points on the board. Really in danger now of not making the cup tournament. And I don't believe they have much of a chance of getting to the top of the league table the way they're playing, but it's early in the season. And Hull Pirates 1-1 in Manchester. Hull Pirates looking for their first win of the season. Have 2 overtime points, but really need to get some points on the board. So we're rejoining the action here. 20 seconds left on the Phantoms power play. Puck is moved by Basingstoke into the Phantom zone. Craig Scott chased behind the net by a Basingstoke player, but turns around transitionally and moves it up. Looking for a pass, pounces off the boards, and it's turned over. Here comes Rand. Rand over the blue line for the Phantoms zone, but it's picked up there and turned over, and here we go. Plaskauskas with 3 seconds left on the power play. Moves it across. Marchusas is there. Bison will return to full straight. The puck is thrown in front there, but it could not get on the stick of Will Weldon, who had his stick down waiting for it. I believe a Bison player got it. Bison really playing physical here, hoping to contain that lead for another 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Puck comes out of the zone, hit there. Craig Scott, big hit on Connolly. Connolly moves in, chasing Yanis Alzen, who has the puck. Yanis throws it, and it will come out of the zone. It looks like it's going to be no icing on the call. Yanis Alzen's with that tremendous passing power all the way to the end of the rink. With the puck now are the Bison. Greener opts to make a pass, but he couldn't get it through. The puck is dumped into the Bison zone. Out of his net is Alzen. Alzen throws it around the boards, but is met there by Joe Greener, but it pops up. Scott Robson moves it up, but it's turned over by Karpov in front. A lot of puck bouncing here. A lot of vying for position. Puck thrown dangerously in front of the Phantom zone, but they regain possession. Eddie Bebbers gets a pass from James Ferrara and dumps it deep into the Bison zone. Bison now have control. Going back and forth. Turnover at the point there to James Ferrara. Here it is. But shot in front by Eddie Bebbers. Gets through the goaltender, but it is pushed out to the side. Hadlovsky a little bit lucky there. Puck didn't bounce into the net. Phantoms coming on strong here now. 2 minutes, 45 seconds left in the third. Puck is inside the Bison zone. Padlick has control. It dumps it in. Saucer pass in front and a shot there. It's thrown it away by the Bison. Padlick with a shot, but another huge block there by the Bison. Great, tremendous pressure here, but no goals for the Phantoms. Thrown in front again to an open player. That was Scott Robson, but he couldn't get his thing on. A big shot by Alice Padlick. Misses the net completely. Another shot there. 71 Eddie Bebbers. And 6 shots from the Phantoms in a course of just 30 seconds, and they cannot find the back of the net no matter what they tried, but the pressure is apparent, and Basingstoke feels it. And with 2:20 left, 2:22 left in the third period, Bobby, Phantoms have to find a way to get something by Hadlovsky.
I think they better go get a gun and shoot him. Because the way he's stopping pucks tonight, it's like seeing beach balls for him. He's getting a piece of it all night long. And just again, he had 3-4 good chances there with goals, and he's floundering in front of the net, but he still gets a piece of it.
Oh, we'll see what happens here in the 2 minutes, 22 seconds, but if the score remains the same, we know who's going to get the hopping hair man of the match for the Basingstoke Bison. Hadlovsky, just tremendous play here tonight, and the Bison lead 1-0, 2:15 left in the third period. Phantoms doing everything they can really, to try and get the puck in the net. They are pressing hard. Milan Baranek in the Basingstoke zone pushes it out to Cam McGiffin, steps up, but Basingstoke get it out. Coming in now, Tom Norton in his own zone. 2 minutes left here in the third period, as you can hear. Puck comes out, pushed in. Will Weldon there off his skate, gets knocked over, no call on the play. Puck is at the Basingstoke blue line. Basingstoke controls, but it's lost there by Thompson. Thompson is now having to put the puck back into his own zone. It comes around the boards. Mark Levers is there. Gibson dumps it back in the zone. Basingstoke has to be real careful here. They don't turn the puck over in their own zone and give Peterborough the chances that they so desperately need late in this third period. Bison have the puck, 1:30 remaining here in the third period. Turned over the blue line. McGiffin shoots it on net, tipped away there by Hedlovsky. Behind the net now. Phantom's still coming on strong, but the puck is pushed all the way down. I believe we're going to get an icing call. So, with 1:19 left here, I want to say a little thank you to our broadcast crew, Bobby McEwen on color commentator, our cameraman Richard Snowden, and downstairs Matt Cavalieri and Ian Offers doing graphics and social media, and Breon Snowden, who's doing a lot of work here for us. We're happy to be here with us tonight. Want to thank the crew. And here we go, 1:19 left in the third period, 1-0. Head coach of the Phantoms, Slava Kulikov, rallying his troops in as Dan Breen, the DJ here for the Phantoms, trying to get the fans going, trying to give the team any edge. So Phantoms clearly have called a timeout here. And as I said, head coach Slava Kulikov trying to do anything he can to give his team an advantage. So Bobby, if you are Slava Kulikov right now, what are you telling the Phantoms?
Well, obviously he's going to have to, I think he's obviously going to pull his goalkeeper. As soon as they gain possession, he's going to get the goalkeeper out, give him the extra man here. But again, it's going to be throwing that puck on net and getting bodies in front. You can see now he's obviously taking the goalie off, so he's going with 6 skaters, so yep, everything will be thrown in front of that net now. Just crash that net.
So 1:19 left in the third period. The Phantoms have the face-off inside the Basingstoke zone. Slava Kulikov opting to pull the netminder, Yanis Alzen, who really has been brilliant tonight despite the scoreline. Both goaltenders deserve a lot of credit. We are seeing a battle of important netminders here tonight, and they are both living up to their names. So it looks like we have a little blood on the ice right now. So the ice maintenance crew here from Planet Ice, who do a great job of coming on the ice to clean up the blood. Due to IIHF rules, which is the International Ice Hockey Federation, you cannot play if there is blood on the ice. So the ice crew clears off the red matter, gets it off the ice so we can continue here. 1:19 left here in the third period. And the Phantoms will look to find some magic in 6-on-5 play with their goaltender plays. On the ice, Eddie Bebris, Craig Scott, Alice Padlick, Milan Baranek, Darius Paskauskas. And the referees are telling Yanis Alzen that he has to go back in his net. I am not sure why, but Alzen's back in his net, so 5-on-5.
The referees have made the face-off outside the blue line. That's why they took the goalie back in.
Oh, face-off won by Peterborough, and off the ice right away is Alzen's. Padlick on the ice. There was a shot there, but should be an icing call. And okay, a late whistle there. Clearly an icing by Basingstoke, a very late whistle. And Bobby, we're starting to hear the tensions of both the fan base and the team's rise here.
Yeah, well, it was an icing and that was plain and simple, but it's just one of these things. It's getting to the players now. And all it's going to take is one simple mistake and somebody can score, and that's what it'll be.
So Bobby, question for you. You know, when it's a goaltender pull, the empty net is a really enticing thing, but I'm under the belief that you really should not shoot for it if you're not over the red line, because the face-off will come back into your zone.
You may as well keep possession of it, get it over the red line as you just said there, and then throw it in deep. But it's players not thinking straight. They're just not taking their time and thinking correctly there, but it's a panic play really.
My apologies before. I believe that Basingstoke had called a timeout, or maybe it was just a timeout due to the blood on the ice, but Peterborough now using the timeout. So Bobby, I'll ask you again. Your Slava Kulikov scores 1-0 to the opposing team with 1:08 left in the third period. What do you say right now?
Well, obviously he's going to have his goalkeeper back in because the face-off's at centre ice here. As soon as they gain possession, a goalkeeper will get him off and they'll get the extra skater on. Obviously, as I keep saying, it'll be throw it in front of that net and get everybody in there. It's plain and simple.
So the Phantoms will try and find a way to solve the netminder Hedlovsky, who's had a tremendous game here tonight in Peterborough. Not to take away from the play of Yanis Alzen, who's also had a tremendous game here in Peterborough. The only goal sneaking by on somewhat of a push-through deflection rebound play. So, boy, if you're a netminder watching this, you must be enjoying it. If you're not a netminder, you should be enjoying it because we both are. And here we go, 1:05 left in the third period. Yanis Alzen's off the ice. Phantoms have 6 players. Craig Scott throws it in front. thwarted by Haflovsky. Basingstoke have the puck, but it's kept in there. Eddie Bebris has the puck, he throws it in front, but it could not get his stick on there. It was Craig Scott. James Ferrara with the puck. Mayhem here in the zone. The puck pops outside. Chased there is Darius Paskauskas, chased heavily by Basingstoke. Milan Baranek with the puck now skates through the neutral zone. And it hit there is Eddie Bebris, but the puck moves deep in. 37 seconds left here in the third. Phantoms doing anything they can to try and get the goal. Goaltender Ausens is pulled. Phantoms have possession, moved it to the Alice Palik. Palik walks across the top, and we have a whistle because there's a man in the crease. There's a crease violation there by Craig Scott. Phantoms had possession of the puck at the top, but they will not get a chance. 27 seconds left. Bobby, is that a call you have to make with so much time left in the game?
It's a rule in the game, so you have to call it, plain and simple. It's not something we like, but it's the guys are backing in the goaltender. It's okay me saying about the goaltender knocking the net off. These guys can't get in the goaltender. That's what the crease is there for, so you can't back into it.
That's Bobby McEwen, expert analysis here, has been in British hockey a long time. Puck thrown in, won by face-off by Peterborough. Peterborough have control, 6-on-5, 20 seconds left in the game. Here we go, Phantoms with possession, trying to find an open man. Eddie Bebris throws it in, popped up there, Milan Baranek has it, cross ice, 10 seconds left in the third. James Ferrara shoots, and it's deflected away to the corner there. Eddie Bebris has it, throws it in front, it's open in front, and Hadlowski has a step blocker on, puts his glove on top. 3 seconds left in the third period. Phantoms cannot find a way to solve the netminder. Hadlowski, just tremendous pressure here by the Peterborough Phantoms. And it all comes down to one face-off here. Hadlowski sitting on the ice, completely exhausted, and he should be after the tremendous play he's been doing here. So Hadlowski looking to get somebody over there, but I don't think it's going to happen. So Bobby, 3 seconds here. It looks like the Phantoms are going to put all of their offensemen on one side of the ice. James Ferrara to left of the face-off. You have to shoot. Here we go.
It's going to be a clean draw and a clean shot and a goal, and that's the only thing.
Face-off shot, score! Darius Paskauskas with a shot from the point! Equalizing the game with 2 seconds on the clock! Peterborough Phantoms with some late magic in the game! A face-off win with 3 seconds! And Darius Paskauskas with a laser to the net has tied the game! And Peterborough is going wild! Bobby McEwen, 1-1! Clock is at 0! Unbelievable!
Well, I just called that. Clean draw, clean shot, goal.
Unbelievable! The referees are now talking to see how much time is left on the clock. The puck was shot as the buzzer went off and the puck went in. We will have to see what the call is here. Captain James Ferrara for the Phantoms and Aaron Connolly out there. I'm sorry if my voice is cracking. This is a very exciting game. Incredible, incredible late last second heroics by Darius Paskauskas, and it looks like we are going to head to extra time here in Peterborough. Wow. So, while we're waiting here, in spite of all the excitement, we'll have to do a quick score update. The MK Lightning have come back and won their game in penalty shots by a score of 4-3. So no matter what happens here, they will remain tied for first place by the winner of this game, keeping in mind they have 2 wins. And there's the call by the referee. It is a good goal. It is a good goal, people. The Phantoms have tied the game with 0 seconds on the clock. Incredible action here tonight by the Phantoms. Incredible action, and we will head to overtime here. So let's set you up for this overtime. Basingstoke fans, it's a tremendous game, and we're doing wonderful here tonight. Overtime in the EPL is a 3-on-3 matter, just like the NHL. Phantoms have had 2 overtimes this year, both against the MK Lightning, and both times they have fallen. So, after 60 minutes of play, the score is 1-1. I'm looking at the clock now. It looks like they put 1 second back on the clock, maybe to make this official. But the score is no doubt tied as the scorekeeper, as our cameraman shows you the score, 1-1 in the third period with 1 second left on the clock. Richard Merrifield doing a wonderful job showing those of you at home. And you can hear the call here by DJ Dan Breen. Darius Paskauskas, the import from Lithuania, with some late game magic. And we are going to go to an exciting overtime here. So 3-on-3 play here. Both teams getting a point after this game, now moving up to having 15 points apiece. Now it's going to come down to overtime to see who's going to get that first place slot going into the week. Bobby, with 3-on-3 overtime, what do you look for?
I don't think you can plan for anything. The way this game's been tonight, you've just got to get out there and let these guys win the game. Let them win the game. The players will win the game. Keep the referees out of it. The goalkeepers so far have kept the teams in it. There's going to be one lucky player tonight who's going to score a goal.
Well, one thing we've noticed in the overtimes already is if you get a penalty in overtime, it's very dangerous. So a penalty on 3-on-3 play means that your team goes down to 3, and the actual team that gets the power play gets a 4th player on the ice. The way import rules work here, again, most of these teams are primarily UK players with 4 imports. You may only have, well, let me rephrase that. You may have 3 British players on the ice at one time and 1 import. For the Phantoms and for Basingstoke, who both have import netminders, this means that their import skaters will not be able to touch the ice in this overtime, barring a penalty. So we're going to see the best of UK British hockey here for the next 5 minutes, assuming it goes that long. But it will be 3-on-3 hockey here in Peterborough. Gotta tell you once again, fans, we hope you're watching and enjoying it. This has been by far the best game I've seen so far this season in the BPL. I've seen a few. And here you go. You can hear the Phantoms fans shouting in support of their team. The drums are banging. The people are clapping. Everyone is on their feet, including the Basingstoke fans, who took a hit there at the end of the game, but nonetheless will support their team through the end of the game. So 5 minutes, sudden death. 3-on-3 play. So on the ice right now for the Phantoms, Craig Scott, Eddie Beveris, and Scott Robson. Craig Scott, who was trained in England, does not count as an import. Same thing with Eddie Beveris, the Latvian, and defenseman, 20-year-old Scott Robson. And this is it. 3-on-3 overtime in Peterborough. If you have not seen this yet, you are in for a treat. The puck is dropped and won by Joe Greener. He comes in, shoots it on Alzins, who makes the save. So Phantoms not happy that one of the players from Basingstoke got close to their netminder. And this is going to be an exciting 4 minutes and 54 seconds of 3-on-3 here. So Phantoms will make the save, and the faceoff will be here to the left of Yanis Alzins. I've got to catch my breath, Bobby. It was exciting. That last second goal was exciting, but this kind of overtime is exciting. So face-off won by Basingstoke. Joe Greener goes in, cuts in front, loses the puck in the corner. Greener picks up his own loss and gets the puck. He's pressured there heavily by Scott Robson. Greener comes around the front, and he has a shot, but he does not take it, opting to make a safe play here. They know that they must get that shot on net, or it could be a man rush for the other way. Greener comes in through the middle, looks up, gets a shot in front, an open man, number 94 Mogg, but he could not get the shot on net. Puck bounced off his stick. Going behind the net now is 2 players. Eddie Beveris checks one of the Basingstoke bases, and the puck is shot too far ahead from Craig Scott, who's waiting. Teams will change. Hedlowski moves the puck in neutral zone. Here come the Bison over the blue line. 3 players from Peterborough lining up, clearly playing a defensive formation. Shot on net there is missed by Connolly. Puck is bounced out. Changing is Scott Robson for Tom Norton. Tom Norton on the ice. Here comes Ryan Watt over the blue line, shoots it, but it pops up in the air and gets up behind the Phantoms net. In the corner, 2 Phantoms and 2 Basingstoke players fighting for the puck. Possession, so important. Mark Levers in front, watching a Basingstoke player. Man-on-man coverage here in overtime. 3:44 left in this extra period. Phantoms have the puck. James Ferrara will take his time and wait for his players. He moves the puck to Tom Norton. Norton moves the puck to Ferrara, comes over the red line and gets inside the zone, walks around a defenseman there. The puck goes deep inside the Basingstoke zone. Cam McGiffin now on for the Phantoms with Mark Levers and James Ferrara. Levers walks around behind the net, taking his time. McGiffin jumps into the zone. James Ferrara goes for a change. Will Weldon now on the ice. Puck is dumped beneath the zone. Cam McGiffin, the defenseman, pressures hard. Can't get it, pushes it out. Basingstoke now has possession behind their own net and will wait. 3:05 left here in the extra period. 3-on-3 hockey. Score 1-1 with the late second heroics by Darius Blaskauskas. Here it comes. Lloyd Gibson over the blue line, shoots wide of the net. Will Weldon will chase it down, dump it back in, but it's picked up there by Basingstoke. Thompson will come in and look up. He's met there by 3 Peterborough players. A big slap shot from the point, never gets to the net, and he will go for a change. Cam McGiffin now with the puck, 2:40 remaining in overtime. Makes a long pass to Lloyd Gibson, who could not get his stick on it, and the puck ends up inside the Basingstoke zone. Number 97 there, Joe Greener with the puck, tries to move it out, but pressure from the Phantoms keeps him deep behind his own net. Lloyd Gibson changes on the ice now for the Phantoms. Eddie Beber, Scott Robson, Craig Scott. Puck is turned over at the Phantoms blue line. Craig Scott gets it, pulls back into his own zone to get the ice open up to him. 2:15 left in overtime. Craig Scott over the blue line. Comes in, he's behind the net, walks around in front, looks for Scott Robson. Scott Robson drives in. He's coming in on the net, moves it to the front to an open 71 Eddie Beber, who wasn't there. He looks tired. It's a one-on-one situation. Scott Robson joins him. Mogg with the puck shoots on Allisons, who makes the save. And 1:56 remaining here in overtime. Bobby, really good defensive play by both teams in this overtime.
It's been, well, they're very disciplined on this one, because especially Peterborough, they've been hemmed in their own end along. They went to man, and they're sticking to it. The guys are sticking with obviously what Coach Slava Kulikov's told them to do. So, young Scott Robson there, been playing fantastic there. Offensively, he's an offensive defenseman, obviously there, and he's good with the puck going forward. So
face off inside the Phantom zone. Phantoms win. Norton out there with Levers and James Ferrara, met by Thompson, Simmons, and Ryan Watt on Basingstoke. Puck comes out, long pass, missed there by Mark Levers. We're going to have an icing call. Waved off by the linesman. So the puck inside the Basingstoke zone. Thrown around the boards to James Ferrara. James Ferrara looking for a man. Comes in front. He shoots. And a big save there by Hedlowski. The puck is bouncing around. But Hedlowski eventually gets his glove on it. Basingstoke players telling James Ferrara he is not welcome to come into his crease. But a really good play there by James Ferrara, trying to make something happen for the Phantoms. So Phantoms looking to change here. Coming on the ice, Ken McGiffin, Will Weldon from Nottingham, and Lloyd Gibson from Sheffield will try and make something happen for the home side. The Peterborough Phantoms with 1:32 left here in overtime. If you're just joining us for some reason, Phantoms tying the game with less than 1 second left in the third period off a face-off, and a complete laser by the import Darius Blaskauskas to give the Phantoms the point. A point that's very important in this matchup of the two teams that are vying for first place. 1:30 left here in the overtime. The face-off is won by Basingstoke. Number 94, Stuart Mogg, moves it around the net. It is picked up there and pushed into their Phantom zone by number 7, Kurt Reynolds. He is met behind the net by two Phantoms. It's turned over. Gibson gets the puck. Gibson for the Phantoms, waiting for some help, holding it on the boards, moves it around the boards to Cam McGiffin. Cam McGiffin, with no pressure, moves it out of the zone, met on the boards, and it's being fought for by both teams. Very hard to see here, but 2-on-2 hockey in the corner. It pops out. It's met there by Reynolds. Reynolds on Basingstoke moves it back to Greener. Peterborough going back into defensive positioning. 54 seconds left in overtime. Both teams trying not to give up an inch to the other side to make sure. A change here. Scott Robson back on the ice with Craig Scott joining Lloyd Gibson. 43 seconds left here in the overtime. Lloyd Gibson comes out. Both teams doing everything they can not to make a mistake here. Lloyd Gibson over the blue line, dumps it in and goes for a change. Coming on the ice, number 71, 6'5" forward, Eddie Bebris. Basingstoke has control. Popping out is Peterborough. Driving down the ice is Connolly with his winger Ryan Watt. Connolly shoots on Alzins, but he's able to see it all the way, and Alzins make the save. 22 seconds left here in overtime. Bobby, I am going to get a good night's sleep at some point today, but I think I'm going to be energetic for about 17 hours after this game because so much is happening.
Oh, it's just been a fantastic game to watch. I hope everybody sitting watching at home, sitting enjoying it as well as the people here. It's been fantastic to commentate on it, end to end. To be honest, it's hard to pick a winner here because both teams deserve to win. Both teams have played hard tonight and worked hard.
Absolutely. 20 seconds left here, and a shot there just misses the net by Basingstoke. It is out of the zone. Greener passes it across ice, and it is taken there, held, and then walked over the blue line into the Phantom zone. Basingstoke trying to make their own late heroics. 8 seconds left. The shot hits the netting on top, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. It was tipped by a Phantoms player, so the face-off will be to the left of Yanis Alzin. So, similar to the end of the third period, Bobby, Phantoms have to make sure they win this period and not give Basingstoke the chance to make some magic of their own.
Well, as we've seen, there's 5 seconds left to go in the game, and obviously by the way it went the last time, there was 3. There's plenty of time left in this game to score a goal. So, obviously, Peterborough want to win possession and keep it. And
a puck drop, and wisely, Mark Levers holds the center man up. 3 seconds, 2, 1, and we will go to penalty shots if you live in England, or a shootout if you live in the States. It's the same thing. So the way this works now, they're tremendous overtime. We're going to go for 3 shooters. Now, Bobby, here's something dynamic here. Usually last season when the Phantoms went to a shootout, you had Alzins in net. Phantoms won a lot of shootouts last year with a tremendous goaltender. Now we're in a situation here. We've had 2 goaltenders put on quite a show tonight. So this could really go either way.
Well, this is where we'll see the skills of the players, because the goalkeepers you can guarantee are going to be here to make big saves. I've watched Thomas Arlovsky play for Edinburgh for a few years as well, and he comes out big. I'll guarantee one of them will come out and poke check. That's probably my prediction. He likes to use his poke check. So I don't know. It could go anyway.
Well, let's just hope this doesn't go 37 rounds because both goalies are staying on their head, although that might be exciting. But here we go. So at the end of overtime, the score is 1-1. Phantoms versus Basingstoke in a true matchup of first-place teams. Completely obvious that both of these teams belong near the top of the table here in England in the English Professional Ice Hockey League. It has really been exciting here. We are so glad you were able to join us tonight on this webcast. Again, it's not too late to let us know what you're doing. Hashtag Go Phantoms or hashtag Go Bison. All the league officials up here watching the game with us are losing their mind, pulling their hair out at the excitement here tonight. And after a short break here, we'll see who the Phantoms decide to do their shootout with, and we'll see who the Bison. So one thing we might want to think about here is that because the imports for both teams could not play during the overtime, you might see some of them shoot here. So Bobby, is that a tactic you might use since the import skaters couldn't play? Does a rest really matter here in a shootout?
No, what I'm not a fan of is we don't clean the ice here down the middle. So the advantage goes to the goaltender, because that puck could bobble or hop and the guy don't even get a shot on. So when the ice is in the condition it's in, I would tend to pick a shooter and maybe at least make the keeper make a save rather than lose control of it and let it bobble. Make him make a save.
Well, we can talk all night about advantages, and that's a very good point about the goaltenders. One could say that Peterborough knows this rink better, but that really is, up to this point, it's a lottery machine. Anybody can win the game right now. What we do need to do right now, Bobby, is really give both of these teams credit for just a tremendous game of hockey tonight.
It's been a fantastic game of hockey tonight. We've really been pleased to be here to watch it, and I just think everybody in the building's the same. So, no, it's going to be fantastic to watch this penalty shootout now. Who's going to win the game for somebody?
Absolutely. Well, one team is going to leave this team victorious, but neither team should hold their head high or low after the... I'm sorry, both teams should hold their head high, because it's been a tremendous night here tonight. So first shooter here for the Basingstoke Bison is Thomas Karpov. We will see what happens. He is going to come in on Yanis Alzin. Referee's giving instruction. Basingstoke placed at Guildford on Friday and Manchester at home next Saturday. Here comes Karpov in on the net. Takes a look at Alzins and saved by Yanis Alzins, who joyfully tries to kick the puck out of the way. So Phantoms now lead in the shootout. One big save here. Again, I was saying Basingstoke will play Guildford on Friday and face Manchester at home next Saturday. Peterborough is going to play Sheffield on Saturday, and we'll be back here again next Sunday against the Telford Towers. So first shooter for the Peterborough Phantoms, Milan Baranek, the Czech Republic import, will come in. Picks up the puck at center ice. Walks in slowly, looks at the goaltender, shoots, and shoots wide of the net. So one shooter apiece, no goals. We'll have to see here who Basingstoke's going to put on the ice for their second shooter. On the bench, the Basingstoke players locking arms in a true show of the companionship. Black, Pitchley, Watt, Reynolds all holding each other. Clearly a team here, while the Phantoms player all stand up on their bench. Both teams supporting each other. So, number 86, Joe Rand will get the second shot. The assistant captain for the Bison comes in with speed, picks up the puck at center ice, stares down Alzins, comes in, makes a move, shoots, but Alzin gets it there with his leg. So no goals after 3 shots by both teams. And coming on to the ice now for the Phantoms, the hero in the third period, Darius Plaskowskis scored that goal with less than 1 second left in the third to vault his team into this overtime and penalty shootout. Plaskowskis, a pure magician with the puck, known as a goal scorer. And now he is at 35 years old on the ice, going to try and give the Phantoms a little bit of a lead here. Plaskowskis in, shoots, post down, and a goal. Plaskowskis gives himself a goal, and the goaltender Hadlowski, as Bobby McEwen predicted, tried to make a poke check here, but it did not fool. It did not fool Plaskowskis, who makes a shot right near the same spot he scored at the end of overtime. And the Phantoms lead here in the shootout by 1-0. So here we go, coming on the ice now for the Basingstoke Bison, number 89, Syrian Long. And we will see what he does. If he does not score here, the Phantoms will win the game. and the Phantoms will take the extra point, and the Phantoms will be in first place of the EPL, about 20% through the season. It all comes down to this. I am going to let the sounds of this game take you through to the end of the game. Will Yanis Alzins make the save and win it for the Phantoms? Or will Long score and keep the game alive for the Bison? Here we go. Phantoms win! The Phantoms win! Yanis Alzins with a big save in the shootout! And the Phantoms take the game by a final of 2-1 after late heroics by Darius Paskauskas with no time left on the clock in the third period. The Phantoms come through at the end of the shootout to win the game and now sit atop of the EPL with 16 points and head into next week, the team to beat. Basingstoke clearly exhausted, a tough loss, but a great game nonetheless by the squad. In any game where one goal is scored in regulation by both teams, you cannot hang your head. And Bobby, we're going to head to the hopping hair men of the match, but there's no doubt that both should be the goaltenders for both teams.
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt, both goaltenders should get man of the match tonight. They've done everything for 60 minutes in overtime, down to penalty shots, and then that's the shooter's luck, plain and simple.
Obviously, Darius Paskauskas will be in the running for scoring the only goals for the Phantoms tonight with no time left in the third. And obviously, they only got the shot in the shootout. Basingstoke fans, we want to thank you once again for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the game. We know it's not the way you wanted it to go, but boy, what a great matchup this was. I think we're seeing a real rivalry brewing here in the EPL. Basingstoke Bison and Peterborough Phantoms, just a tremendous hockey game. So again, the final after 3 periods in overtime, a shootout. The Phantoms edge out the win 2-1 with an unbelievable last-second goal by Darius Paskauskas. Again, Basingstoke will be playing Guildford on Friday, and they're going to face Manchester back in Basingstoke on Saturday. 2 very important games as Guildford follows both these teams by just 2 points. The Phantoms are going to take on Sheffield for the first time this season in cup action on Saturday before coming home against last year's league champion, the Telford Tigers, which is always a great matchup. Let's take a look at the scores around the league before we get to the men of the match. Final again in Sheffield, the Lightning have defeated the Steel Dogs 4-3 in penalties. The Bees are in the third with the Flames on their back. Bees lead 4-3. Still some time left in that game. That would be a tremendous win for the Bees. And the Wildcats still lead the Tigers 2-1 in the third period in Telford. And at the end of the second, the Phoenix and the Pirates still tied 1-1. So here we go, hopping hair, man of the match. Ethan Davis presenting the awards to both teams tonight. He's celebrating his birthday with his friends as they come onto the ice, as our cameraman shows you. A really wonderful tradition here in the UK that after each game, a man of the match is chosen for both teams. So for the Basingstoke Bison, the man of the match tonight will be number 53, and it's not a surprise. Thomas Hadlovsky, literally playing 59 minutes and 59 seconds. A tremendous thing. He clearly not happy about this, but Bobby, is he on the ice?
No, he's left the ice.
Well, I'm not gonna. I'll refrain my comment here, but Hadlovsky not upset, not happy with the loss. Not on the ice to accept this man of the match award, but Basingstoke going out on the ice now, giving their thanks to the Peterborough fans for their great showing tonight, and they'll also give thanks to their Basingstoke Bison fan who traveled here tonight to support their team. Again, a tremendous team, a tremendous squad, wonderful hockey here. So we turn now to the Peterborough Phantoms. Was it going to be Paskauskas, or was it going to be Alzins? The winner of the hopping hair man of the match is number 8, Darius Paskauskas, who scored the only 2 goals tonight for the Phantoms. Phantoms again winning tonight on his goals. And as you can see, the entire team surrounding it. Tom Norton coming over to photobomb Darius Paskauskas, something that he does a lot. I don't know what he's doing. He's doing some sort of hand motion. It's a heart. Tom Norton known for his antics, but as you can see, the whole team together. Phantoms clearly after 2 seasons together in both the way they hang out off the ice and on the ice. So Bobby, that's going to do it for tonight. We want to thank all of you who have been watching this game tonight. Phantoms, final score, any final thoughts here, Bobby?
No, it's just been a fantastic game, and I'm really pleased. Obviously, they gave it to Pascousis for scoring the goal and winning the match, but I've got to say again, I thought Oslands was awesome tonight. I thought he played fantastic, but it's good to see. So everybody that was watching tonight at home, I hope you've enjoyed the broadcast, and we're obviously going to do it again.